Chapter 2338. Chang Emo suddenly stood in front of Su Yin and said, "I'll fight you. Give me some time. Once my vital energy that you've sealed is unblocked, I'll fight you. Do you think this is your home? You think you can do whatever you want?" Lin Suyin was completely displeased. "You're just trying to stall for time. If you really have the ability to win against Su Yin, then do you still need to be here? Would you still be captured? This is a problem between me and him. What does it have to do with you? Shut up." Chang Emo was not to be outdone. He said to Lin Suyin, "If you have the ability, then fight me. You can be my opponent. Let's see which of us will fall first." Lin Suyin was even angrier when she heard this. "Do you think I don't dare? Let me tell you, this is the Three Lotus Association's territory. This is my home. It's not a place where you can behave atrociously as you please." Su Yin did not want the two of them to continue arguing. "Changma, I will not agree to any of your conditions. I only have one condition today, and that is to get the Ebola virus weapon. As long as I get it, I can guarantee the safety of all of you." Chang Emo was stunned. She looked at Su Yin hesitantly. "Don't listen to him. Get the weapon and think of a way to escape." Kangkong was still insistent. "Do you really think she can escape?" Su Yin said to Kangkong. "Don't be so stubborn. Chang Emo can't escape at all. She doesn't even have the chance to get the weapon. What's the point of our stalemate? In the end, she'll be the only one injured. The only ones who will die are all of you." Kangkong would not be moved by Su Yun's words. He kept telling himself that Su Yun's goal was to get the Ebola virus weapon. Therefore, he could not take his words seriously. Chang Emo was shaken. Chang Emo, on the other hand, was shaken. She wasn't thinking about these things. She was thinking about reality, a very, very real problem. Kangkong was constantly losing blood, and it was only a matter of time before he fainted. Guli was severely injured by Yuan Fei's punch and suffered severe internal injuries. Nianyi was even injured by Su Yin to the point that she was still unconscious. The only one left standing was Jiesu, who had lost his dagger. Jiesu had lost his most effective weapon, so he was no match for Su Yin. Even if he had a weapon, so what? Even Remnant had lost to Su Yin. Did Jiesu have a chance of winning? There was no chance at all. There was no chance at all. In such a state, how could Chang Emo compete? "Can you really guarantee our safety?" Chang Emo asked. Su Yin nodded. "Of course. I will arrange for someone to treat his wounds as soon as possible. I will also personally check on the other two." "Changma, you can't trust him," Remnant said. "You absolutely can't hand Arbola over to him. If you do that, you'll fall into his trap. There's no way he'll save us." "Who do you think my brother is? Let me tell you, my brother's words are like a nail in a nail. He won't lie to you." Lin Ge said. "Believe it or not, it's up to you. Do you really think that we want you to live?" Chang Emo said sternly, "Fine. Su Yin, I promise you. As long as you can guarantee our safety, I'll take you to Arbola. Once we find her, you guarantee our safety and we'll be even." In Chang Mo's eyes, Arbola was worth nothing compared to the lives of his brothers. As long as Su Yin could get them out of here safely, Arbola would be willing to give them anything. "You've misunderstood," Su Yin said calmly. "I never said that I'd let you leave safely. Did you hear that, Changma? Don't trust him. He won't let us go." Remnant's breath was starting to weaken. He did not dare to move because he was afraid that if he moved too much, his wounds would tear open even more, which would accelerate the bleeding. Chang Emo looked at Su Yin with a puzzled expression. "Then what do you mean? What do you want me to do? Didn't you say that you'd guarantee our safety?" "I only said that I'd guarantee your safety, but I never said that I'd let you leave." Su Yin said, "I'm not the kind of person who doesn't keep his word, and I won't use this kind of method that you can't understand. I'll guarantee your safety, but I won't let you leave." Chang Emo was shocked. "What's the point of that to me? At the very least, you won't have to watch them die one by one." Su Yin said, "Otherwise, before the sky turns completely dark, the first person you'll have to say goodbye to will be him. If you lose more than 2 milliliters of blood, there's basically no hope of survival. By then, there's no point in trying to save him." Chang Emo was completely enraged by Su Yun's words. She didn't know what to do now. The mistakes you've made will naturally be punished by the department that should punish you. It has nothing to do with me, Suyin said. I'm only responsible for catching people. So you can completely trust me. If I promise you that I'll save them, I'll definitely save them. That guy's meridians were all messed up by Sarutobi's fist. If he doesn't get his meridians adjusted within 3 hours, he will definitely die. I'm not trying to scare you. You can choose not to believe me, but you just have to wait for the results. These words pierced deeply into Changmo's ears. She was completely stunned. She really didn't dare to believe that she would watch her brothers die one after another in front of her. What would become of her then? Probably no one would dare to say it. My conditions are that simple, Suyin said. And there's no room for negotiation. You can choose not to say it, but I'll still catch your people. Even if they die here, I'll still bring their bodies to where I'm supposed to bring them. Chang Emo clenched her fists, her entire body trembling uncontrollably. I believe that even if you don't tell me, as long as the triad is here, even if we dig 3 feet into the ground, as long as it's something we want to find, we'll definitely find it. Suyin said. You have no other choice. I'm not negotiating with you. I'm just informing you. This is the most beneficial for you. Suyin actually didn't want to see these people die. They were the most useful when they were alive. Dead people were meaningless. Linga smiled and looked at Suyin. Brother, do I still want to beat this guy? Of course not, Suyin said. Jiesu sneered. If you like, I'll accompany you to the end. As long as you don't regret it in the end, it's your win. Stop bragging. Linga said. It's already like this, and you're still pretending to be a big brother? You think you're the only one who's fine, right? Come, let young master make you happy and let you experience young master's prowess. Chang Emo suddenly shouted. That's enough. Suyin. Save them immediately, I promise you. Are you crazy? Kangkong glared. You can't do this. We can't give them the item. I am crazy, but I have no choice, Chang Emo said. If I let you all die here, what's the point of getting the item? It's meaningless. Suyin said. It's good that you understand. This isn't your best choice, but it's your only choice. Stop talking nonsense. Help me save them, Chang Emo said. Brother Dong, arrange for the brothers to help them to their rooms first, Suyin said. Help Feng Lu to his room too. As for Qiao Wu, I'll have to trouble him for a while. When Feng Lu recovers, we'll ask him for his opinion. Wu Yuandong nodded. Okay, no problem. Pigeon, heal Feng Lu first. He's the successor of the Flying Ape Fist. We can't let anything happen to him. If anything happens to him, another martial art will be lost. Flying Ape Fist? Not bad. The Eye of Heaven is full of talented people. Linga sighed. Brother, I can't believe they've lasted until now. Feng Lu is helping us. Lin Suyin said speechlessly. Linga was enlightened. It was no wonder that 2 of the 4 experts on the other side had fallen. Big brother Yin wasn't alone. He had helpers. No wonder. Let him help us save our people first, Chang Emo requested. My people have serious internal injuries too. I'm sorry, I haven't gotten the item yet. This isn't something I can do. Suyin said. Since I won't do something stupid like releasing a tiger back into the mountains, that means I won't raise a tiger and invite calamity. Chang Emo gritted his teeth and said, Okay, we'll go look for the item immediately. Chapter 2339. We can't go. Kangkong gritted his teeth and insisted. I'd rather die now than let him get our bola. We can't leave even if he gets what he wants, so why should we listen to him? As he spoke, Kangkong had already placed the dagger across his throat. All he needed to do was to flick his wrist and he would be dead. Of course, not everyone could commit suicide by slitting their throats like this. If they were not an expert, the pain would cause them to be unable to exert any strength. Out of 10 people who committed suicide by slitting their throats, 8 or 9 of them would fail to do so. In the end, only 1 of them would be left to suffer. However, Kangkong was different. He would have no problem cutting his head off if he wanted to. Do you want me to watch you die and then watch him find the thing before I'm satisfied? Chang Emo said. I don't want to, but I have no other choice. What do you want me to do to satisfy you? Kangkong was completely silent by Chang Mo's words. That was indeed the case. What else could he ask of Chang Emo? For now, Chang Emo had done enough. Chang Emo was thinking for them. Chang Mo was working hard for them, not for himself. If you don't think it's appropriate, we can continue now, Su Yin said. I won't go easy on you just because you're injured. If you really want a quick death, I can give you a quick one too. Kangkong did not answer Su Yin. He did not know if Su Yin was provoking him or what. Su Yin, I promise you that I'll go with you to find the thing, so don't talk so much nonsense. Tell your people and the people from the Three Lotus Association to take care of them. Chang Emo said. I'm not that generous, Su Yin said. I'll take care of them myself. As he spoke, Su Yin had already taken out his silver needles. Gu Li and Nian Yi had no ability to resist at all. Su Yin immediately sealed the acupuncture points on their backs with the silver needles. When Su Yin pulled out the silver needles, the two completely lost the ability to operate their meridians. What do you mean? They're already like this. Is there a need for you to do this? Chang Emo said angrily. Of course, Su Yin said. Otherwise I wouldn't have left this place. Then I'll look for it myself. I'll send it to you when I find it. Are you satisfied now? Chang Emo asked again. My apologies. Su Yin. I can't trust your sky's eye. If you get our bola and use it immediately, everything will be out of control. So I have to go with you. Then I will have to seal their acupuncture points. Chang Emo bit his lips so hard that they almost bled. However, the current situation was not up to them to decide. She had no autonomy at all. Broken Sky probably had no strength left to fight back. He would not be able to recover from the blood loss in a short period of time. The only person who could fight back, Jiesu, had also given up. Since Chang Emo had already made his decision, what else could he say? In order to save their lives, Jiesu was willing to pay any price. Su Yin sealed the acupuncture points of the others, so that Sky's Eye could not fight back. Only then could he leave with peace of mind. Otherwise, he did not believe that the other party would not be plotting something else. You've done everything you can. Are you finally satisfied now? Chang Emo said. Can we go now? Su Yin nodded. Let's go. Bro, I'll go with you, Lin Ge said. The more people we have, the more we can look after each other. There's no need. I can go alone. Su Yin. We still need someone to keep an eye on them. Although I've already sealed their acupuncture points with silver needles, we still have to be careful not to make any mistakes. Regarding Heaven's Eye, Su Yin indeed could not give too much trust. We're already in this state. What are you still worried about? Broken Sky said unhappily. If it weren't for your tricks, we wouldn't be in this state. Lin Ge reprimanded. Can you stop talking so much? Do you know what it means to be a prisoner? Broken Sky used all his strength, but could not even clench his fists. He could not accept such humiliation. If it weren't for the fact that he was useless, he would not be willing to be humiliated like this. Chang Emo knew that Broken Sky was arrogant. He would rather die than be humiliated by Lin Ji's attitude. She did not say anything to Lin Ge. Instead, she looked coldly at Su Yin. I hope you can treat them as your guests and not as your prisoners. If your people treat us as prisoners, then I'm sorry, but I will do what a prisoner should do. I will not choose to help you. Su Yin did not reject any of Chang Mo's requests. He nodded. I promise you. Brother, do you think she's right? She thinks too highly of herself, doesn't she? Lin Ge said unhappily. The winner took it all. Who could be so self-righteous after losing? Wasn't this too unreasonable? They are supposed to be guests. Su Yin said indifferently. Watch your attitude. If you continue to be like this, I will put you in solitary confinement. Lin Ge was speechless. He shrugged and looked at Chang Emo. It was as if he was saying, Good, you're good. You win. I will not treat you as prisoners. Su Yin said seriously to Chang Emo, we need to sit down and talk. There is nothing to talk about. Chang Emo said. This is only my condition. As long as you agree to my condition, I will agree to yours. We will leave now. I will let you get what you want. This is my promise. I will not go back on my words. Su Yun smiled and said to Wu Yuandong, Brother Dong, help him determine his blood type and prepare for the blood transfusion. No need to wait for me to come back. Is this appropriate? Wu Yuandong was at a loss. He felt that Su Yun was taking too much of a risk. After all, the other party was not to be trifled with. Of course it is appropriate, Su Yun said. They are guests. Didn't I say that just now? Lin Suyin said, Don't worry. We will take good care of the people here. Once you get what you want, we will ensure that they will be safe. If anything happens, I will also ensure that they will die without a burial place. Are you threatening me? Chang Emo looked at Lin Suyin coldly. You don't have to say that to me. It's up to you whether you want to listen or not. Lin Suyin said, I will treat them as my guests, but I have never said that I will treat you as my guest. Until you hand over the things to Su Yun and come back obediently, you are still not someone that the Three Lotus Association should treat kindly. Chang Emo walked out without looking back. Then I will wait for you to treat me kindly. The Heaven's eyes were truly ruthless. The place where they hid the items was extremely secretive. If it wasn't for Chang Emo leading the way and recognizing the markings they made, it would be impossible to find it in such a short period of time. It could be said that if Chang Emo had not agreed, Su Yun would have had to dig up the entire Taiwan island a third time before he could find the things. When Chang Emo found the Ebola virus and brought it to Su Yun breathed a sigh of relief. He quickly opened the thing to take a look. The Ebola virus weapon was in perfect condition. There was no problem at all. Su Yun's heart, which had been in his throat for many days, was finally at ease. The things are in perfect condition, Chang Emo said. I also hope that they are in perfect condition. If anything happens to any of them, I will do whatever it takes to make you. There is no point in saying this now. Su Yun interrupted Chang Emo. You can't do anything to me no matter what it takes. Besides, I will definitely do what I promised you. You don't have to worry so much. Let's go. When we get back, we will see if they are still safe. As long as they cooperate, I believe there will be no trouble. At this time, a subtle change had occurred in Chang Mo's body. She could clearly feel that her sealed vital energy was now flowing freely. In that moment, she even felt as if her whole body had been sublimated. It was this inexplicable feeling that made her feel very comfortable. Seeing Su Yun's back, a murderous intent rose in Chang Mo's heart. As long as she could control Su Yun, wouldn't she be able to regain all the initiative? Yes. As long as Su Yun was under his control, then there wouldn't be any problems. Chang Emo attacked without hesitation. She directly attacked Su Yun's back with her palm. Chapter 2340. Su Yun appeared to be defenseless, but the moment Chang Emo made his move, he suddenly turned around and grabbed Chang Mo's wrist tightly in his own hand. Although Chang Mo's chi had recovered, she was still no match for Su Yun with her current strength. It was normal for Su Yun to subdue her. Chang Emo opened her mouth wide in shock. She never thought that Su Yun had been guarding against her all this time. Otherwise, she would have had a chance to strike. Su Yun said calmly, I know better than anyone when you will recover. I was the one who injected you, so I won't forget. Chang Emo struggled for a while, but seeing that Su Yun still had no intention of letting go, she said coldly, Then what do you want? What do you think I want? Su Yun said, I just want to take back the Ebola virus weapon. The one who wants to do that is you, not me. Since we've already agreed, why do you have to attack? Chang Emo snorted. Of course, she had to make a final struggle. This was her last chance. If she could hurt Su Yun and subdue Su Yun, then they could make a deal. Unfortunately, she was too useless. She was no match for Su Yun. Su Yun didn't even need to waste any energy to subdue her. Take it back. This thing originally belonged to us. You're not taking it back. Chang Emo said. You're robbing us. If you say that, then this thing originally didn't belong to you. It belonged to the person who developed it. Su Yun said. But this thing's existence is a threat to all of humanity, so I won't let it belong to anyone. It can only belong to destruction. Chang Emo frowned. She didn't expect Su Yin to say something like that. Belong to destruction? Didn't he want to get the Ebola virus weapon? It meant power and wealth. Do you know how much it's worth? You actually said you want to destroy it? Chang Emo laughed. Do you know how much money was spent to develop it? Do you know how many weaponsmiths and virus specialists have worked hard to develop this? You actually said you want to destroy it. Ha ha ha, Su Yin, you are really naive. I don't care how much it's worth or how much effort it took. Su Yin. In my eyes, it shouldn't exist. It's worthless to me. Do you know how many people would go crazy just to get it? Chang Emo said. How dare you say you want to destroy it? Su Yin flung Chang Mo's hand away. I'm telling you for the last time, I don't care how many people go crazy trying to get it. It will be destroyed. Su Yin said. I will never allow such things to exist in this world. This is my principle. Chang Emo was stunned. After a while he asked, why? Because it's really not easy for a civilized society to develop to this day. Although there are too many disappointing situations, it's also full of beautiful things that people yearn for, isn't it? Su Yin. Your heavens, I can only see evil but not beautiful things. This is your sorrow. No, there's nothing beautiful in this world. Chang Emo said, everything is sad. Then your heaven's eye is even more sad. Su Yin. Chang Emo, wake up. I know that you're not bad at all. Not only you, but everyone in heaven's eye, you're not bad at all. You're not the kind of people who want to kill the innocent. It's just that someone is using you to create these massacres. Chang Emo shouted at Su Yin. I won't allow you to slander Father. He has never used us. He just doesn't want us to be hurt again. He doesn't want anyone else to be hurt like us. He doesn't want this world to be filled with evil and ugliness. Su Yin saw that he was agitated and didn't continue to say anything too radical. The world can't only be beautiful. If there's yin, there's yang. The world is like that. If there's day, there's night. Even if the whole world is a believer of heaven's eye, it won't change this. Then we'll do our best to change all of this. I don't believe we can't change it. Chang Emo said. If 10 years isn't enough, we'll use 100 years. If 100 years isn't enough, we'll use 1,000 years. Someone will change all of this. That's just a fantasy. What's a utopia? There's no such thing. It doesn't exist. It's just a sustenance. A society that doesn't exist, but only sustenance. That's just a fantasy. Su Yin. I know that you utopian socialists believe that the ideal society of socialism should be built on the basis of human reason and justice. There shouldn't be any evil. Even private ownership shouldn't exist. But is that possible? Chang Emo looked at Su Yin. Why is it impossible? Why is it impossible? Su Yin laughed bitterly. Then let me tell you. There will always be a gap between the rich and the poor in this world. It doesn't matter if it's a capitalist society or a socialist society. The ideal society of socialism is just empty talk. It doesn't exist at all. Let's talk about the Huaxia. Do you know when it'll truly become rich? It'll be after the contracting system. It'll be after the existence of private ownership. Chang Emo said. As long as evil is eliminated, no one will want private ownership. A truly fair society will then exist. Impossible. You want Ma Yun, Li Yanhong, Ma Huateng, and Wang Jianlin to share their wealth equally with the rest of the world? That's impossible. There's only one way to do that. That's when the relevant departments of the country calculate per capita income. At that time, they'll share it equally with everyone, letting everyone know that, oh, it's actually possible to earn so much on average. Su Yin. Apart from that, those hundreds of billions of assets will only belong to one person. Then all the more reason to eliminate it. Chang Emo said. The gap between the rich and the poor is the source of evil. Su Yin. Wrong, that's not it. Man's bad nature is the source of evil. Why do so many people hate the rich instead of creating their own wealth? When they see other people's money, they think there's a shady deal behind it. It's not that shady deals don't exist, but they definitely don't exist. Isn't that right? Chang Emo shook his head. Whatever you say. In any case, I'm already your prisoner. What else can I say? Even if I want to create that kind of utopia, It's just a fantasy. You won't let us go at all. What's there to talk about? Let's go. I believe that one day you'll understand. Su Yin said. Chang Emo was startled. Don't tell me you want to imprison us? Who are you? I'm from Huaxia. Su Yin, Huaxia soldiers. As long as it's to protect the country, I'll do anything you need me to do without hesitation. No wonder. Chang Mo's face revealed an imperceptible smile. No wonder father said that no matter who you offend, never offend Huaxia soldiers. Because they're the worst people in the world to provoke. Today I've finally seen it for myself. I just didn't expect Huaxia soldiers to imprison us. Su Yin, you're overthinking it. I won't imprison you. Instead, I'll hand you over to Huaxia's highest court to sentence you. You've done something you shouldn't have done. You'll be punished accordingly. Then you might as well kill us now. When the time comes, we'll die anyway. Chang Emo sneered. I really shouldn't have believed your nonsense. I should have believed you when you said you'd guarantee our safety. You'll only guarantee our safety before we're sentenced to death. Su Yin shook his head. No, your situation is special. I believe there'll be a fair judgment. Fair? Chang Emo said. Is there any fair place in this world? Let me tell you, it's not that Heaven's Eye doesn't believe in the law. It's that he doesn't believe in those who have the right to enforce the law. There are too many degenerates among the law enforcers. They've already tarnished the law. Su Yin. That's an exception. There will always be people who stand up for justice and the law. Haven't you heard the news from a while ago? There was a murder case in Shandong. The victim's neck was stabbed 5 times, a total of 7 times. The main artery was cut, and a third of the neck was cut. The police actually ruled it a suicide. They said the victim placed the knife on the table, and then used his neck to rub it. Don't you think that's funny? Chapter 2341. It seems that the police in the Economic Investigation Department of the Criminal Police Force are all people with no common sense. Committing suicide by cutting one's throat is not like what is shown on TV, where you are finished with one stab. Because after the stab, the person's trachea will be cut, and they will fall into spasms and convulsions. They will not be able to stand up due to blood loss, let alone continue to cut their throats. At that time they can only wait for death and pain, Chang Emo said. Su Yin did not say anything. He had also read the report about this, and he indeed found it very ridiculous. Perhaps the entire police force was ruined because of such people. There were always so many people who misunderstood the police force and thought that the police force was useless. And it was not without reason. There were good police officers. Qin Wen'er was one. Li Guang was one too. Many people were like that, and they were willing to sacrifice their lives for the cause of public security. Unfortunately, there would always be a few pieces of rat poop that would ruin this pot of porridge. How many pieces of rat poop were there? Or more than 10? Or more than 10? Or in this pot of porridge there were only a few pieces, or dozens of pieces like Li Guang and Qin Wen'er, and the rest were all rat poop? Su Yin did not dare to say this, and he also did not dare to make a judgment easily. He had once lost his brother because of the betrayal of the higher-ups in the police force. His impression of the police force had always been bad, and he even hated it. It was not until Qin Wen'er's appearance that he changed his opinion. Later, Li Guang's actions during his undercover period made Su Yin admire him even more. But because of such a nonsensical report, Su Yin once again felt that it was too ridiculous, too ridiculous. Regarding this point, Su Yin had nothing to refute. There were indeed a small number of police officers who were useless. And they definitely did not do anything. In addition to bullying the people, in addition to colluding with the underworld forces, every day they indulged in wine and women, and tipped off the bathrooms or massage places with special services. It became their job instead. Perhaps, guys, I wanted to kill all of these people in one breath, right? If it were not for the fact that Huaxia was a forbidden place, who knew how many of these derelict scum would have died in the hands of Sky's Eye? Perhaps it was because their father knew that there were too many people like them in Huaxia. There were countless people who used a little bit of power to bully the people. There were also countless people who had nothing to do but eat from the treasury every day. Even his classmates and friends had the same story. A certain student who was ignorant, incompetent, or even a little retarded would go to a certain bureau, a certain department, a certain committee, a certain university after graduation. Just because a certain student's father was a certain leader, or even because a certain student's uncle, second uncle, or third aunt was a certain leader, everything could be arranged. In some cities, there was a relationship like this. The mayor's sister-in-law was the wife of the political and legal secretary. The political and legal secretary's son-in-law was the nephew of the police chief, and the nephew's brother-in-law was the son of a local bully. The son's mother was the cousin of the mayor's sister-in-law, and the brother-in-law was the CEO of the biggest real estate company in the city. He would eat and drink with the secretary all day long. And of course, it was mainly to study how to operate a certain piece of land. This was the society of Huaxia. This was the messy network of relationships in Huaxia. Some young people who had just entered the official career would often say that they had lost all chances of promotion because of one wrong sentence. In fact, it wasn't because they said the wrong thing, nor was it because they didn't have enough monetary gifts. It was because the person who was competing with them for promotion was the relative of a certain F** king leader. It was that F** get up. Do you know why those samurai in Japan commit seppuku? Because the pain of seppuku is far less than cutting the throat. Also, the courage required to cut the throat is astonishing. The psychological pressure is much greater than seppuku. Chang Emo continued. A 24-year-old young mother can actually cut her own head open with 5 slashes. Even the Japanese samurai, who thinks their willpower is the best in the world, probably can't do it. This kind of thing happens occasionally. It doesn't represent everything. Su Yin said. You don't have to think too much about it. Chang Emo snorted. I don't have to think too much about it? How many of these things have the Chinese police done? Death from hiding in the prison. Death from choking on water in the police station. Death from falling into a pond and being bitten to death by fish. It's a waste of talent if the police in China who can come up with these conclusions don't write novels. Oh no, even if they write novels, no one will read it. It's illogical. Even a primary school student who has read Detective Conan wouldn't believe the conclusions of these professional investigators, right? Occasional societal situations don't represent everything. Su Yun still insisted. This is because society has developed and the internet has developed. That's why it's reported so quickly, Chang Emo said. And these people who are reported don't have a strong background. The lawless things done by people with strong backgrounds won't be reported at all. Enough. Su Yin said. Now is not the time for me to talk about societal situations with you. Chang Emo snorted. You don't dare to talk to me, because you have nothing to talk about. There's nothing to support you. How many positive things are there in the world that you haven't seen? Su Yin said. You call yourselves heaven's eyes, but you've blinded your own eyes. You've made yourselves unable to see anything. You've made yourselves ignorant. Only seeing evil will lead you to evil in the end. People who walk different paths can't work together. We really have nothing to talk about. Chang Emo said. Su Yin, you've won this time. You've gotten the thing and you've gotten the person. Everything we have has become yours. But don't think about changing my point of view. Don't think about changing Heaven's Eyes' point of view. Although we'll die, Heaven's Eyes won't. Su Yin knew in his heart that they weren't the root of Heaven's Eyes. The root of Heaven's Eyes was still in a place unknown to them. Forget it. This matter could be solved slowly in the future. Now wasn't the time to think about so many things. The first thing Su Yin had to consider now was to protect the Ebola virus weapon. Everything else could wait until this matter was over before talking about it. After the two of them returned, Chang Mo's first request was to meet the 4 of them. This time, Su Yin didn't seal Chang Mo's vital energy. He knew that Jiesu's vital energy had been sealed. Now only Chang Emo could help Gu Li and Nian Yi regain consciousness. If he wanted to help Gu Li and Nian Yi, there was no possibility of Chang Emo retaining his vital energy. Su Yin took a deep breath. Heaven's Eyes and the other 4 were no longer a threat. They could rush back to Hong Kong and Macau as soon as possible. They had to bring Gu Ming back. This was also an explanation to the Hong Kong and Macau police. Li Guang's years of undercover work hadn't been in vain. Wang Jingjin was dead and Gu Ming was arrested. Everything seemed to be perfect. Yang Qi had been very emotional. To be honest, she really didn't expect things to go so smoothly. Apart from the excitement of the matter being resolved, she also had her own grievances and heartache. After all, Gu Ming's fate was something Yang Qi had never dared to imagine. After Su Yin returned, Lin Gu had already treated Feng Sui's injuries and controlled his shaken meridians. Although Feng Sui still needed to slowly recover, his basic movements were no longer a problem. Xiao Kaiyu had been begging for mercy. He hoped that Lin Suin would let him go and give him a chance. In the future, when he was gay, they could still work together. However, Lin Suin didn't care about him and locked him up. As for this person, Su Yin felt that he should let Feng Sui deal with him. After all, he was the one who tricked Feng Sui. It couldn't be better to let Feng Sui deal with him. Most importantly, Feng Sui wouldn't go overboard. Although people like Xiao Kaiyu deserved to die, Su Yin still felt that such people should be dealt with by the law. Sooner or later, he would expose himself and be punished. He believed that this incident at the logging company would slowly lead to all of Xiao Kaiyu's crimes. Su Yin didn't need to deliberately pay attention to this guy. Chapter 2342. When everyone gathered for dinner, the atmosphere was not as relaxed and cheerful as one would imagine. It seemed that everyone had their own thoughts. Lin Suin's reaction was the most obvious. She knew what the end of the matter meant. It meant that Su Yin had left. Once Su Yin left, she didn't know when he would come to Taiwan again. After all, Su Yin had been busy dealing with things in Taiwan for the past few days. He didn't have a good chat with her, so she was really unwilling. It wasn't that Su Yin couldn't see this. Lin Gu also reminded him many times during dinner. Even Lin Gu could see that something was wrong with Lin Suin, let alone Su Yin. After dinner, Lin Gu personally kept watch. Even if the people of Sky Eye were injured and their true chi was sealed by Su Yun's silver needle, he still felt uneasy. He was afraid that they would cause trouble at the most critical moment. Not long after Su Yin returned to his room, Lin Suin knocked on the door and came in. She brought in a bowl of rock sugar olive soup. The taste was very special. What is this? Su Yin was stunned. He really didn't drink this thing. You drank so much tonight. I think you need to sober up. Lin Suin said. Olives have been a good medicine for sobering up since ancient times. Su Yin smiled slightly and took it. Although he didn't need to sober up, he still drank this bowl of rock sugar olives. He didn't want to waste Lin Suin's kindness. After all, it was hard for her to make it. Thank you. Su Yin, this thing is quite delicious. That means you have a heavy taste. I don't like this taste very much. Lin Suin said. But I know this thing is effective. So although I don't think it tastes good, I still made it for you. Su Yin was really touched. After all, Lin Suin was the young miss of the Three Lotus Association. Now she was the president of the Three Lotus Association. She must have never been in the kitchen since she was young. Although the taste of this thing was not very good, he still drank it without leaving a single drop behind. Are you planning to leave tomorrow? Lin Suin went straight to the point. Su Yin nodded. Yes, because we have to bring Gu Ming back to Hong Kong and Macau first. After all, his mistake should be dealt with by the people of Hong Kong and Macau. Then, what about that sea rat? Lin Suin asked. Are we really going to let him go? Or should we bring him back as well? Although his crime is not small, since I promised him and he helped me retrieve the item from the sea, then I will keep my promise. Su Yin, the Ebola virus was hidden in that place by Gu Ming. If it wasn't for this sea rat's ability, it wouldn't have been so easy to take it out. Lin Suin nodded. All right, I'll arrange for him to leave and give him some money. Let him turn over a new leaf. Su Yin said. If he continues to run amok in the future and falls into my hands again, I'm afraid it won't be so simple. I think he won't dare to do it again. After Lin Suin finished speaking, she paused for a moment. Then after you go to Hong Kong and Macau to deal with the matter, what else are you going to do? If there's nothing else, then go back to Taiwan and stay for a few more days. Lin Gu has just rushed over. You can't let him leave with you immediately, right? Then let him stay here and play with you for a few days. Su Yin said. I still have to bring the 4 people of Sky's Eye back to the mainland. After all, this matter is too serious. It's not a small problem. It can't be solved so easily. Lin Suyin took a deep breath. Then he definitely won't stay to play. You have to escort the 5 people of Sky's Eye alone. He won't be at ease even if you beat him to death. The people of Sky's Eye are already injured. Those who have their vital energy sealed by me can't do anything. Su Yin said. There won't be any danger. I can handle it myself. That's what you think. We won't think so. Lin Suyin said. Even if Lin Gu can be at ease with this matter, I won't be at ease. I will never let you face the 5 of them alone. If something goes wrong, the consequences will be unimaginable. Su Yin smiled. What Lin Suyin said was really right. Perhaps only he would be at ease with this decision. The others would definitely not agree. The 2 didn't know why, but they suddenly became silent. No one knew what to say. The whole atmosphere became a little awkward. In this way, both of them wanted to say something first, but they both hoped that the other party would start a topic first so that they wouldn't have to speak so awkwardly. This situation lasted for more than a minute. In the end, Lin Suyin couldn't hold back the atmosphere and spoke first. If you leave this time, the next time you come, it will be too curved. Can you not bring the mission? If you come with the mission, I feel that it's very unlike you. Su Yin smiled and said, It's not that serious, right? Of course it is. Lin Suyin said. You have been so serious these days. I feel like I can't breathe when I stand next to you. Then, maybe the matter this time is really serious. Su Yin. After all, the Ebola virus weapon is too dangerous. It really can't be lost. So after the thing was taken away by the people of Sky Eye, I always felt that something was wrong. Yeah. Lin Suyin said. So you became not cute at all. You're too serious. Su Yin laughed and said, I have tried my best to maintain my state. But I still like the more relaxed you. I don't want you to do such dangerous things again. Lin Suyin said. I really don't know why. Since there are so many people like you in the place where you grew up, why don't you let them do this kind of mission? Do you have to do it? They also have their own things to do. Su Yin. Each of us has our own mission. Each of us has a different role. Then your role is also the biggest, Lin Suyin said. When Su Yin thought of this, he still missed the days when he was with his brothers. He was very happy in those days. Everyone carried out any mission together. As they grew up, they began to separate and began to carry out group missions. And as they matured, they began to carry out different individual missions. As time passed day by day, they began to become more and more independent. Many times, they had to learn to face dangers that belonged to them alone. At that time, they did not have the support of their brothers. That kind of feeling was indeed very helpless. For Su Yun's undercover mission this time, if it were not for Li Guang, Su Yun really did not know how long he could have lasted. That kind of feeling was really worse than death. It was very torturous. The reason why Su Yun admired Li Guang so much was that as an ordinary police officer, he could actually sacrifice so much for the noble public security cause in his heart. That kind of spirit was something Su Yun did not even dare to think about. If all the police in Huaxia were like Li Guang, and all of them were able to engrave their responsibilities in their hearts, then what would society be like? At least there would not be so many people who would feel disgusted, panic, and commit all kinds of crimes when they heard the word police. They would feel that the black and white police were one family. Those who discredited the word police should really take a look at those great people who did not hesitate to pay any price for the public security cause. That kind of greatness was worthy of being called a hero. And those who neglected their duties and abused their power would always be scum. No matter what kind of skin they put on, it could not hide the smell of scum. Not knowing when, Lin Suyin leaned her head on Su Yun's shoulder. She just leaned on Su Yun's shoulder quietly, without saying a word. Su Yun also did not move, allowing Lin Suyin to find that kind of security on his body. Perhaps this was what a man should do. It was said that women were materialistic animals, animals that only recognized money and not people. In fact, if there was a man who could give her a sense of security and dependence, then women did not need anything. Really, this was also the reason why so many poor love scammers could cheat money, sex, and everything from women. It was because these scammers were very clear that what women needed was a sense of security and dependence. Even if these things were fake, the intelligence of a woman who was in love would not be able to see through it. It could also be said that there was really no such man in the world, because men were all smelly men. Once a woman had that kind of perfect man around her, she should also be vigilant to see if this was a scam. Chapter 2343. In this way, Lin Suyin even fell asleep because she knew that Suyin was not that kind of liar. He was a man worth relying on and trusting. It was just that this man's heart did not stay with her. She also knew that it was just her wishful thinking, but she was still willing. In Lin Suyin's world, no other man could walk in, because she did not know when. Suyin had been deeply imprinted in the deepest and weakest part of her heart. Suyin did not wake her up. After Lin Suyin fell asleep, he carried her to the bed. He knew that she was tired. After he came to Taiwan, Lin Suyin was really tired. She really did a lot of things for him. Perhaps the things she did were not important in the eyes of many people. Perhaps the things he did were not important in the eyes of many people. But without everything she did, everything would not be solved so smoothly. Lin Suyin played a key role in many things. Without her, he would not know about Xiao Kaiyu. Without knowing about Xiao Kaiyu, he would not be able to open Gu Ming's mouth. All of this was because of Lin Suyin, so he could do it so smoothly. Thank you. Suyin laid Lin Suyin flat on the bed. He would guard her, and let her have a good sleep after letting go of everything in her heart. He would let her forget all the pressure he brought to her, forget all the unhappiness, and forget all the troubles. Suyin couldn't sleep. He was apologetic, but he didn't know how to express his apology clearly. The only thing he could do was to quietly guard her, and let her have a good sleep. The next morning, Yang Qi woke up very early. She was like Suyin. She did not sleep because there was still something in her heart that could not be put down. Although the people of Skies I were guarded by Lin Gu, she still could not be at ease. She was afraid that she would only be able to be at ease when everything returned to Hong Kong and Macau. Suyin also walked out of the room early. Lin Gu saw that they did not have enough rest. He smiled and said, "Brother, why are you not as energetic as me when you sleep? I saw big sister Suyin go to your room last night, and she hasn't come out yet. What did you guys do last night?" "Kid, don't talk nonsense." Suyin glared at Lin Gu. Because Lin Gu didn't know about the special situation between Suyin and Yang Qi, he didn't have any scruples. Yang Qi looked a little embarrassed because Lin Ji's words reminded her of what had happened that night. It was something she would never forget for the rest of her life. But that was just a mission. She kept telling herself that it was just a mission, and she had no choice. Therefore, she wouldn't let Suyin be responsible for anything, and she didn't want Suyin to feel any kind of psychological pressure. She didn't want everything to be too complicated, so she had to start with herself. She forced herself to suppress her inner thoughts, and let herself treat everything that had happened as if nothing had happened. Seeing that Suyin was really angry, Lin Gu didn't dare to say anything more. He also felt Yang Qi's embarrassment, so Lin Gu knew that there must be some secret that couldn't be said. "When are we leaving today?" Lin Gu quickly changed the topic in order to avoid the awkwardness between the three of them. Suyin glanced at Yang Qi. This was also the question he wanted to ask. "I have already asked the leader. They have already contacted the people in the Taiwan police station. They will arrange a plane to send us back," Yang Qi said. "Because it's a big deal, it will take too long to take a boat. In order to avoid any accidents, they prepared a plane for us. It's faster." Suyin nodded. This was really thoughtful. That's quite generous. "What kind of plane did you arrange?" Lin Gu asked. "Are you taking a passenger plane with the passengers?" "Of course not," Yang Qi said. Yang Qi said, "It's a private jet, but it's enough for all of us. You can rest assured that everything has been arranged properly. Moreover, the authorities here don't know what we're bringing back, nor do they know who we're bringing back, so there won't be any risk. Then let's fill our stomachs first. After a while, we will say goodbye to our friends from the Three Lotus Association, and then we will leave." This time, it's all thanks to them. Suyin said. I really should have drunk a few more glasses yesterday to thank them. You drank a lot yesterday. Yang Qi said, but speaking of which, your alcohol tolerance is really terrifying. While the three people were chatting, Lin Suyin and Wu Yuandong woke up one after another. When Lin Suyin woke up and saw that she was in Su Yun's room, she didn't come back to her senses for a while. Soon, when she reacted, she found that Su Yun was gone. She thought that Su Yun had left, so she quickly ran out of the room. When Lin Suyin saw Su Yun and the others, she was relieved. It turned out that Su Yun didn't leave without saying goodbye. He just woke up earlier. Even now, Lin Suyin didn't realize that she hadn't changed her clothes since last night. She didn't even wash her face. It was Lin Ge who reminded her. Lin Suyin quickly ran back to her room to take a shower. Brother, you are really Lu Xiaohui. When Lin Ge saw Lin Suyin's state, he completely believed that nothing happened last night. Lin Suyin's clothes weren't wrinkled, and her hair wasn't messy. This was definitely not the state that happened after something happened. Su Yun helplessly glared at him. If you feel that your mouth is too idle, then go to the restaurant to eat something and drink something first. Otherwise, your mouth won't be able to stay idle and spout nonsense. Is this considered spouting nonsense? I'm telling the truth. As Lin Ge spoke, he quickly avoided Su Yun's attack range. I stayed up all night. I'm really a little hungry. I'm going to eat first. Do you want to come with me? During breakfast, everyone didn't have many words of farewell. Everything seemed very calm. After everyone had eaten breakfast, the car arranged by the Taiwan police had arrived. After Su Yun bid farewell to Lin Suyin and Wu Yuandong, he went to check on Feng Lu. As Feng Lu needed to rest for 2 days in order to quickly recover and rush back to Changbai Mountain, he couldn't go with Su Yun and the others. Then Gu Ming was escorted by Yang Qi, while Tianyan and the others were escorted by Lin Ge. All of them sat in the car arranged by the Taiwan police. Su Yun personally carried the black suitcase containing the Ebola virus weapon. This time, if anyone wanted to take it away from him, they would have to chop off his hand. Otherwise, no one would be able to take the suitcase away from Su Yun's hands again. Lin Suyin and Wu Yuandong were worried about their safety on the road, so they specially arranged for more than 10 cars from the Three Lotus Association to escort them. They followed the cars all the way to the airport and watched as Su Yun and the others boarded the small plane. Since the flight route had been arranged, all Su Yun and the others had to do was to quietly wait for the plane to fly back to Hong Kong and Macau. Until the plane took off and disappeared from sight, Lin Suyin was still reluctant to leave the airport. Miss, we should go. Wu Yuandong said. Don't worry, Su Yun will definitely come to Taiwan to play in the future. I can guarantee that this kid is very playful. If he doesn't come back to Taiwan to play, he will definitely not be willing. Don't comfort me. Lin Suyin said. It's not like you don't know my character. This is nothing. Whether he comes back or not, it's not up to you to decide. It's just that as long as he comes back, I will be ready to pick him up at any time. No matter what kind of help he needs, the Three Lotus Association will always stand up and help him at all costs. Wu Yuandong smiled slightly. Even if you don't say it, I will definitely do that. Let's go back. It's impossible to see the plane coming back here. Let's go. Lin Suyin said. We still have a lot of things to deal with when we go back. Su Yun said that C-Rat made a contribution, so we will send him to Canada according to his request. As for Qiao Kaiyu, I will starve him for 2 more days. When Feng Luo's internal injury is almost healed, he will be handed over to Feng Luo. Mrs. Wise, Wu Yuandong said. Lin Suyin snorted. Brother Dong, how did you learn to flatter Su Yun in just a few days? This is not your style. It seems that Su Yun's arrival has made you feel much better. Of course. Wu Yuandong breathed a sigh of relief. I am also a person who misses my brother very much. Chapter 2344. Didn't the people on the plane also want to stay for a few days to relax? However, the thing in Su Yun's hand was too important. He had to solve all this as soon as possible. It didn't take much time to fly from Taiwan to Hong Kong and Macau. Yang Qi, who hadn't slept all night, couldn't take it anymore. She closed her eyes and rested. She would succeed once she brought these people back. Lin Ge also yawned. He was very sleepy after getting on the plane. After all, he didn't rest after flying to Taiwan yesterday. Now he still wanted to follow. Su Yin wanted him to stay in Taiwan for a few days, but as Lin Suyin said, Lin Ge refused. He didn't feel at ease letting Su Yin handle this matter alone. Even if they were all injured and their true energy was sealed by silver needles, there were 5 people after all. After all, they had the Sky Eye. Therefore, Lin Ge was determined to escort them back to Yanjing with Su Yin. Only then would he feel at ease. Sleep for a while if you're sleepy. Su Yin. I'm here. Besides, we're all on the plane. There won't be any accidents. Then you should sleep for a while, brother. Lin Ge said, I'm okay. I'm not that sleepy. I'm just a little tired. At this moment, an airflow made the plane tremble violently. This small private plane was different from large passenger planes. The smaller the plane, the less it could withstand the airflow. In other words, the smaller the plane was, the more unstable it was, and the easier it was to have an accident. As long as they didn't take Malaysia Airlines passenger planes, generally, large passenger planes would never have an accident. Flight accidents were all small private planes. As the airflow became stronger and stronger, there was even lightning outside. This sudden change of weather was indeed a bit unexpected. Today's weather forecast showed that it was sunny and windy. You all prepare your parachute bags first. We seem to have some trouble. The co-pilot informed several people in time. He and the captain had indeed never encountered such a sudden weather situation. It was really a bit unexpected. Everyone quickly readied their parachutes. This sudden incident was indeed frightening. However, the pilot was very experienced, and he quickly made adjustments to avoid the minefields where the airflow was turbulent. However, the weather cleared up within 2 minutes as if nothing had happened. Everything is fine now. Everyone can be at ease. Everything's fine now. This news finally allowed everyone to heave a sigh of relief. However, at this moment, Jiesu suddenly did something unbelievable. The people of Skies I had all received professional training, so they didn't think that skydiving was dangerous at all. They also knew the structure of the plane like the back of their hands. They knew where to turn on the safety precautions, and then they could open the hatch. That's right, Jia Hypocrite had done such a crazy thing. The cabin door of the plane opened, and the huge airflow immediately made people feel a huge suction force outside the door. Fortunately, because of the airflow, they had fastened their seatbelts, so they were not sucked out by the sudden suction force. However, the people from Heavens I seem to have been prepared. When Jie Yi opened the hatch, all of them unbuckled their seatbelts. Su Yin quickly grabbed Chang Mo. Kang Kong, Gu Li, and Nian Yi were sucked out of the plane together with Jie Su. Damn it! Su Yin cursed in his heart. He had considered so many accidents and possibilities, but he never expected the people from Heavens I to do something so crazy. Just now all of them had put on their parachutes. That was why they dared to jump down so recklessly. Moreover, the tacit understanding between the people from Heavens I really surprised Su Yin. It was just a small action, and everyone immediately realized how they should act and how to cooperate. If it weren't for Su Yin's quick reaction, Chang Mo would have flown out as well. Then, the people from Heavens I would have completely escaped from Su Yin. When Gu Ming saw this scene, he immediately wanted to follow suit. Although he didn't know where he would land if he jumped from this place, and whether he could survive, there was still some hope. If he was brought back, he would definitely be sentenced to death. However, Yang Qi's reaction wasn't slow either. Before Gu Ming could unbuckle his seatbelt, she took out her handcuffs and handcuffed them to her own wrists. Gu Ming's hand that was about to unbuckle his seatbelt stopped. He raised his head and glanced at Yang Qi. Without saying a word, he lowered his head silently. Close the hatch. Under Su Yun's signal, Lin Ge took a deep breath and steadied his body. He carefully unbuckled his seatbelt and risked flying out of the plane. Bit by bit, he moved over and finally closed the hatch after a Herculean effort. The cabin was already in a mess. Yang Qi and Chang Mo's hair were messed up. Are you people from Heavens I crazy? Lin Ge cursed after closing the hatch. You're all King suicidal. Do you want everyone to die with you before you're happy? Bastards. They were really bastards. Lin Ge couldn't tolerate this no matter what. What the F***ck was this? Su Yun, let go of me, Chang Emo said coldly. If Su Yun hadn't grabbed her, she would have escaped from the plane long ago. Now that everyone had gone out and she was the only one left, she really didn't feel good in her heart. Su Yun realized one thing. Although they all suffered internal injuries, the true chi that was sealed by him seemed to be unsealed. It didn't restrict their movement speed or any other situation. This escape plan was premeditated by the Heaven's Eye. They were just waiting for the right opportunity. Su Yun's guess was right. Yesterday, Chang Emo didn't use her own vital chi to heal their injuries. Instead, she helped Jiesu break open the sealed meridians Su Yun had sealed for him. This allowed his meridians to be unblocked and his vital chi unblocked. This way, Jiesu helped the others break open Su Yun's sealed meridians. Everyone was using their own vital chi to heal their injuries. Jiesu and Chang Emo were only assisting. This allowed them to recover to a certain extent and regain the ability to move. That was why today's escape had been so successful. You guys planned this from the start, Su Yun said calmly. It seems like I really shouldn't have trusted Heaven's Eye. It's too late for you to know this now. They've already left, Chang Emo said proudly. Su Yun pointed at the black suitcase in his hand. But the thing is in my hands. They all have internal injuries after jumping from such a high place. It's doubtful whether they'll survive in the end. Maybe they'll be knocked unconscious by the airflow and die in mid-air. They'll be fed to the sharks if they fall into the sea, Lin Ge said unhappily. Let me tell you, I'm a jinx. Whatever I say, it always comes true. Chang Emo glared hatefully at Lin Ge, as if afraid that everything he said would become the truth. Seeing Su Yun and Lin Ji's gloomy expressions, Yang Qi did not do anything to help and apologized in embarrassment. You were able to stop this guy in time. That's already very impressive, Su Yun said. He could only blame himself for being too careless. It had nothing to do with anyone else. Fortunately, although 4 of Heaven's Eye's people had escaped, Arbola was still in his hands. Moreover, Chang Emo was still alive. Su Yun could only comfort himself in this way. They won't die. They'll all live, and they'll all live well, Chang Emo said. Su Yun, kill me if you dare. I can guarantee that my death won't be in vain. They'll definitely avenge me. Su Yun looked at Chang Emo. Why would I kill you? I never said I wanted to kill you. If they come looking for me, that's for the best. I'm really afraid that they won't come. If they can't beat us once, they won't be able to beat us 2 or 3 times, Lin Ge said. It doesn't matter how many times they come. We'll kill them every time they come. Every time they come, I'll kill one of your people. I'd like to see how many of your Heaven's Eyes people want to die. Shut up. Chang Emo hated Lin Ge to the bone. Every word that came out of that guy's mouth was piercing. It was hard for her to accept. Lin Ge wanted to anger her on purpose. I won't shut up. What can you do about it? Not only will I not shut up, but I've also been blessed. Whatever I say will be true. It'll be good enough if one of the 4 of them survives. The rest will definitely be drowned in the sea. Stop dreaming. Su Yun looked at Lin Ge. Enough. You don't have to say any more. There's no point in saying these things now. Lin Ge stuck out his tongue and stopped bickering with Chang Emo. Chapter 2345. No one dared to imagine that Skies I would do such a crazy thing. Behind this crazy action there was indeed a huge danger. Chang Emo knew very well that even if Lin Ge didn't say those words, she still wouldn't be at peace. She was really afraid and worried. After all, below them was a boundless ocean. Even if they could safely land in the ocean, would they be able to land safely and return safely? This was what Chang Emo was worried about. Now everything was different from what she had imagined. She could only pray and cheer for them. Yang Qi, when we arrive at Hong Kong and Macau, immediately ask your superior to arrange and contact them. Combine the forces of the mainland and Hong Kong's coast police to search the entire sea area, Su Yun said. I've taken photos of them. I'll send them to you after we land. Yang Qi nodded. Okay, I'll contact them as soon as we land. Let all the coast police take a good look at the photos. If any suspicious person is found in the high seas, as long as it's in the photos, kill them immediately. Su Yun's words were really ruthless. There was no other way. He had no other choice. One had to know that the people from Heaven's Eye were too ruthless. If the police hesitated even a little bit, the ones who would die in the end might be the police. When Chang Emo heard Su Yun's order, she immediately stood up. Su Yun, you bastard. You said that you would ensure our safety. You said that you wouldn't kill anyone. Now that the things are still in your hands, you have to give such an order. You went back on your word. If they had stayed on the plane obediently, none of this would have happened. Su Yun didn't waver, but now that they jumped off the plane without permission, they are a threat to everyone. So I can only do this. You're not human. You're the devil. Chang Emo shouted hysterically. Lin Gu and Yang Qi were really helpless. Chang Mo's brain had been completely brainwashed. As long as it was done by Sky's Eye, no matter how evil it was righteous to her. If other people's actions affected Sky's Eye's interests, it was evil. Therefore, the people of the Heaven's Eye were really pitiful. It could even be said that they were very sad. It was really unknown what they were thinking and how they lived their lives. Brother, I really haven't seen such a sad person in my life. As a human, a primate, she doesn't even have her own thoughts. This is really too sad. Lin Gu said. Forget it, I won't say anything about her. She's too pitiful. Chang Emo hugged her head and covered her ears. She didn't want anyone's pity. She didn't want it. I don't want anything. No one should pity her. Perhaps Chang Emo had never thought that she would have such a day. Or perhaps she had never thought that her Heaven's Eye would be so damaged. That was why she couldn't accept what was happening now. She couldn't accept the reality. Apart from this crazy action, there were no more accidents during the flight, and they finally landed safely. Many leaders of the Hong Kong and Macau police were waiting for their heroes at the airport. When Yang Qi appeared with Gu Ming, many people breathed a sigh of relief. If this matter wasn't resolved, many people would be punished. Yang Qi brought Gu Ming back. She was their savior. This time the big credit must be given to Yang Qi. The Hong Kong and Macau police were also roughly aware of Su Yun's identity. Even if they gave Su Yun any reward or merit, he definitely wouldn't care. Yang Qi didn't get carried away by the warm welcome. Instead, she immediately did what Su Yun asked her to do. When she reported this matter to her superiors, the superiors also attached great importance to it. They immediately arranged for the coast police to start the operation. They also immediately asked someone to inform the coast police to cooperate with the operation. Only then did Yang Qi relax. Gu Ming and Chang Emo had been captured and locked up. Su Yun could finally relax a little. In order to prevent any more problems from happening to Chang Emo, Su Yun could only seal her true Qi meridians again. Even if she had any ideas, she couldn't do anything. LV Huarong personally received Su Yun and Yang Qi. When he saw Lin Gu behind Su Yun, he was slightly startled. However, he immediately realized that he must be someone important. He greeted him politely. This time, it's all thanks to you. If it weren't for your help, we really wouldn't have been able to do anything. LV Huarong's words were very modest. This was indeed the most difficult thing he had ever encountered. It's really fortunate to be able to arrest Gu Ming. Su Yun smiled. It's nothing. This is what I should do. I won't say any more words of thanks. LV Huarong said. Now that you have brought the people and the things back, please rest assured. I will definitely ensure that the following work will be carried out smoothly and safely. I will put the things in the safest place in Hong Kong and Macau for safekeeping. You don't have to worry. Director Liu, I can leave Gu Ming to you. But this thing, and the people from Heaven's Eye, I have to take them with me. Su Yun. Heaven's Eye is a very threatening organization, and Arbola's weapon is also very dangerous. Leaving it in Hong Kong and Macau will bring you unnecessary trouble. LV Huarong was startled. Wait a minute. I don't quite understand what you mean. You want to take the people from Heaven's Eye and Arbola away? Of course. Su Yun said very firmly. I have to take the people from Heaven's Eye and Arbola back to the mainland. But this thing happened in Hong Kong and Macau. Logically speaking, the people and things should be left in Hong Kong and Macau. I'm afraid it's not appropriate for you to take them with you, is it? LV Huarong's face was not looking too good. Su Yun shook his head. Although this thing happened in Hong Kong and Macau, the impact of this matter is not as simple as just Hong Kong and Macau. Director Liu, Gu Ming is one of your people. Just do it according to your rules. As for the rest, it's better for me to handle it. I think we should reconsider this issue, LV Huarong said. Su Yun's attitude was also very firm. There's nothing to reconsider. I won't hand this thing over to anyone else. Are you doubting the ability of the Hong Kong and Macau police? Or are you doubting my ability? LV Huarong was a little angry. I didn't mean that. Su Yun. It's just that this thing must be handed over to the state to handle. None of us have the right to do so. Moreover, for people from heavens I have escaped. If this girl is left in Hong Kong and Macau, you will have endless trouble. That's our responsibility. You don't have to worry about it. LV Huarong seemed to be a little agitated. He felt that Su Yun was doubting his ability. Su Yun answered him even more firmly. I've already made my decision. Director Liu, you don't have to say anything more. But I've also made arrangements. This is Hong Kong and Macau. Just do as I say. LV Huarong said very firmly. How can you be so stubborn? Lin Ge glanced at LV Huarong. I know you're a big leader. You have your own considerations. But you'd better trust us. If the people from Heaven's Eye and this thing stay in Hong Kong and Macau, Hong Kong and Macau will definitely not be peaceful. If something happens accidentally, no one can bear the responsibility. LV Huarong took a deep breath and looked at Lin Ge. Since I have the position and responsibility given to me by the state, I have the obligation to bear this risk. You can bear it. The Hong Kong and Macau police can bear it. But do the tens of millions of people in Hong Kong and Macau have to bear it with you? Su Yun. Director Liu, there's no need to say more about this matter. No one can take away Ebola's weapon from my hands. This is my bottom line. LV Huarong was very unhappy with Su Yun's decision. Su Yun, if you want this credit, I'll definitely give it to you. I'll write a report and say that you took back the thing. Is that enough? Aren't you underestimating my brother too much? My brother doesn't care about such a small thing. Lin Ge was a little agitated. This LV Huarong was a little too much. Seeing that the atmosphere was a little strange, Yang Qi quickly came up to smooth things over. Director Liu, Su Yun, let's go back and discuss this matter. This isn't very appropriate, right? Okay, then we'll go back first. LV Huarong was very dissatisfied. He didn't say anything more and turned to leave. Chapter 2346. After returning to the HQ, LV Huarong did not show his face for a long time. He only arranged for Su Yun and Lin Ge to stay in the reception room, and had someone serve them coffee. Yang Qi was also brought to the room to record everything that had happened in Taiwan. And it would probably take some time for Yang Qi to explain everything that had happened. The two of them waited for an hour and drank an entire pot of coffee, but still, no one asked about their situation. Lin Ge finally could not hold it in any longer. Brother, that Director Liu is obviously giving us a hard time. He threw us here and ignored us. What is he trying to do? Calm down, we need to be patient. Su Yun, we should understand this. After all, it's not something that can be solved with just a few words. We have our own position and they have theirs. We just need to understand each other. Brother, you're really considerate of them. If they really had the ability to solve this, they wouldn't have sent someone to Yanjing to invite you. It's not a big deal, Su Yun. As long as I can take Arbola's weapon and Changmo away, nothing else matters. Let them think about it. We're already here anyway. There's nothing much to do. Lin Ge breathed a long sigh of relief. I don't know what Director Liu is thinking. For out of 5 from skies I ran away. With their abilities, as long as they have parachutes, it'll be a piece of cake for them to stay alive. That's not what you said in front of Changma. Su Yun was stunned. I was purposely trying to piss that girl off. Look at how arrogant she is. She's still so cold even in this situation. Lin Ge said. I just can't stand it. I have to destroy her arrogance. Su Yun's expression was a little heavy. For out of 5 from skies I had run away. This was indeed a very difficult problem. If Changma and Arbola were left in Hong Kong and Macau, they would definitely not have a peaceful life. Kangkong and Guli could definitely turn Hong Kong and Macau upside down. They would definitely be able to survive. This was not a problem. Once they recovered from their injuries, they would definitely not let go of this matter. He would bring the Ebola virus weapon back and find a professional to destroy it. Only then could he solve the problem once and for all. As for Chang Mo, they could only get the special forces to take care of him. Only then would they be able to settle this matter. The current situation is very complicated, Su Yun said faintly. Maybe they'll recover in 3 to 5 days. We have to leave Hong Kong as soon as possible. But now that great leader doesn't even show his face. What is the meaning of this? Lin Ge stood up angrily and walked to the door, wanting to go out and ask. This action seemed ordinary, but it directly angered Lin Ji's bottom line. The door was actually locked from the outside. Lin Ge was stunned. What kind of people did he think they were? Brother, he locked us in. Lin Ji's expression was obviously very unhappy. When Su Yun heard this news, his face darkened. They could throw him into this room and ignore him. They could also argue with him about why they wanted to keep him here. However, they definitely could not do such an unreasonable thing. This was completely disrespectful. Without saying a word, they were directly detained. What was this? Of course, Su Yun would not tolerate this kind of cowardly behavior. This was a great disrespect. Moreover, Chang Mo was still in their hands. Su Yun would not let them deal with him. Regarding Sky's Eye, there was probably no one who understood it better than Su Yun. Regarding Chang Mo, no one understood it better than Su Yun. He had to deal with this person personally. Brother, say something. What should we do now? I can't take this anger. Lin Ge said with a sullen face. Then don't take it. Su Yun gave Lin Ge a look. Without another word, Lin Ge raised his leg. With a loud crash, the entire reception room's door and frame were destroyed by Lin Ji's kick. The entire door flew out and hit the opposite wall. The loud noise also caused some of the staff to rush over. Everyone was surprised to see Lin Ge, who was fuming at the door. Who locked the door? Come out now. Lin Ge said angrily. Explain clearly why you locked us up. If you can come up with a reason, nothing will happen today. If you can't come up with a reason, then don't blame me for turning against you. Nonsense. Don't you know what kind of place this is? Do you think you can do whatever you want? The secretary in charge of Su Yun and Lin Ji's office, Du Lan, quickly rushed over. He stared at Lin Ge and said, Do you know that I can arrest you for destroying public property if you do this? Lin Ge pointed at Secretary Du's nose and said, Why don't you try arresting me? Come, let me see if you have the ability. You're being unreasonable. Du Lan was an office worker. He didn't have any martial arts skills. Naturally, he didn't dare to step forward. I'm being unreasonable? The way you Hong Kong and Macau police treat your guests is really interesting. Without my brother, you wouldn't even be able to smell Gu Ming's fart. Now that we've arrested him, you're still pushing your luck. You're still locking us up when we can't reach an agreement? Lin Ge said. Come over here and explain everything to me. I promise I won't beat you to death. Du Lan said angrily. Threatening police officers is a crime. How many Hong Kong and Macau laws have you broken? Do you really want to go to prison to have a taste of it? I really want to have a taste of it. But before that, I'll definitely let you have a taste of my fist. Are you threatening me? You really have guts. After saying that, Lin Ge directly walked forward. Of course, he wouldn't really hit him. He just saw that this guy was too arrogant, so he wanted to give him a taste of his own medicine. Secretary Du panicked. He didn't know if the other party would really hit him. This wasn't a joke. If the other party really punched him and gave him a panda eye, he would be humiliated. If you continue like this, I'll call for help. Du Lan exclaimed. I'll hit whoever calls for help. I'm going to attack the police today. I want to see what the Hong Kong and Macau police are capable of. Lin Ge walked forward and rolled up his sleeves. At this time, a person came from afar and roared in a low voice. Enough! I'm here. If you have anything to say it to me. I gave the order. I told them to lock the door. LV Huarong walked over with a sullen face. Lin Ge stopped scaring Secretary Du and said to LV Huarong, "The leader is here." "Good, then come in and give us an explanation. I'm warning you. I don't care what your job is. If you can't explain it to me, I won't be polite to you." "You don't have any rules," Dulon said. "Look at your own status. I'm not a member of the police. Don't use the leader's rules to pressure me." Lin Ge glared at Secretary Du, making him take 2 steps back again. LV Huarong walked over. Secretary Du quickly walked behind LV Huarong. They broke the door of the reception room. "I told you to take good care of the 2 of them. If you do your job well, and do your job well, will they still be like this?" LV Huarong also glared at the secretary. "All right, you can leave now. There's nothing for you to do here. When I have time, I'll deal with you." Secretary Du was scolded by both sides. He left with a gloomy face. He felt wronged. What did this have to do with him? He didn't do anything. This couldn't be blamed on him. This person was really depressing. Why did he have to do such a thankless job? "Let's go. Please come in. We can talk slowly," LV Huarong said to Lin Ge. Lin Ge turned around and walked into the reception room, ignoring the other party. This really made LV Huarong lose face. In Hong Kong and Macau, not many people dared to treat him with such an attitude. Young people really don't know the rules. Although Lin Ji's behavior was excessive, Suyin didn't say anything. In his opinion, the other party's behavior was even more excessive. The disrespectful attitude was even more uncomfortable than Lin Ji's unreasonable behavior. After all, LV Huarong was a person who had been through a lot. This kind of small matter wouldn't affect his mood. He quickly adjusted himself to maintain his rationality and sobriety. He followed Lin Ge into the reception room. He turned around and said to Secretary Du, who was about to leave, "Prepare some coffee." Although Secretary Du felt wronged, he still went to do it. Chapter 2347. I'm sorry. It was indeed my people's dereliction of duty. I didn't entertain the 2 of you well, and let the 2 of you wait for a long time. LV Huarong acted as if nothing had happened. He sat on the sofa opposite Suyun. "The 2 of you also know that this matter involves a lot of things. My position makes me have to think more." Lin Ge smiled disdainfully. "Yeah, you really think a lot. You even have to lock up the hero who helped you catch the person. No wonder you can be such a big leader." LV Huarong didn't show any disgust in the face of Lin Ji's disdain. He just smiled slightly. "It is indeed my personal reasons that made the 2 of you feel uncomfortable. I apologize here." "Don't. I can't afford it." Lin Ge didn't give LV Huarong a chance to find a reason. He didn't intend to let Suyin speak at all. This could set off his brother Yun's coldness. LV Huarong still ignored Lin Ge and stared at Suyin. He knew that no matter how much the person said, it was meaningless. The person who really spoke was in his eyes. Suyin finally spoke. "I just want to ask Director Liu a question. In your eyes, am I a prisoner or a dangerous person? Give me an answer that satisfies me." "Of course not. You are neither a prisoner nor a dangerous person. Instead, you are a person who has made great contributions. You are an example for our Hong Kong and Macau police to learn from." LV Huarong gave Suyin a big hat. It was really nice to hear. Suyin smiled slightly. "Then, is this how you Hong Kong and Macau police treat role models? Locking up role models? I think you should hold a commendation ceremony. That is appropriate." "Yes, as long as you want it, I can solve it for you. I can let the entire Hong Kong and Macau media report on you. Let the major news websites put your glorious deeds on the headlines. You will be a hero in the entire Hong Kong and Macau." LV Huarong said. "I'm not joking. I'm serious." "You're not joking, but my brother is joking. Can't you understand the meaning of his words?" Lin Ge was speechless. LV Huarong was stunned. He really didn't understand this point. In his opinion, what Suyin wanted was fame, and what Suyin wanted was face and credit. What else did he want? "Let me tell you, my brother doesn't care about these things. My brother only wants a person from you. A person with heaven's eye. Lin Ge said. The rest doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. Su Yin glanced at LV Huarong and confirmed Lin Ji's words. He's right. I only want people. Sorry, I have already detained the person in the Hong Kong and Macau special prison. There is a very strong detention force. LV Huarong said. So you don't need to worry about this matter at all. Then we have nothing to talk about today. Lin Ge said. Then why did you lock us up in this place? LV Huarong said. I just want to temporarily ensure your safety. Director Liu, I'm also sorry. I'm not satisfied with the answer you gave me. Su Yin. I'm very dissatisfied with what you did today. But as long as you give the person to me, I can treat everything as if it doesn't matter. After a few seconds of silence, LV Huarong still shook his head. Then I will use my actions to tell you that the special prison you mentioned is nothing special in the eyes of Heaven's Eye. Su Yin. If you want to use the police force in that place as an experiment to test the ability of Heaven's Eye, then let me tell you, this experiment will fail. A lot of people will die, and it will make you very helpless. LV Huarong took a deep breath. Then what do you mean? I have the ability to go in and take the person away, so does Heaven's Eye, Su Yin said. LV Huarong's face was shocked. Su Yin, you mean to tell me that you want to break the prison? Do you know what crime this is in Hong Kong and Macau? I'm sorry, one country, two systems. I'm from the mainland. If the mainland believes that I'm a criminal, then I'm a criminal. Su Yin. I'm just doing what I should do. No matter who wants to stop me, I won't care. You can't do it. Even Heaven's Eye can't do it. LV Huarong said. That's the most powerful prison in Hong Kong and Macau. No matter who is locked in, it's impossible to escape, let alone be rescued. If you want to do this, the people in the prison have the right to kill you. Su Yin snorted. I'm not from Heaven's Eye, so I won't do that kind of thing full of killing. But if it were Heaven's Eye, they would definitely kill all the people who threaten them. Have you ever thought about how many people you've pushed to the edge of death? LV Huarong didn't believe Su Yin's words at all. That's impossible, I promise. Frog at the bottom of a well. Lin Ge was a little angry. You really don't know the immensity of heaven and earth. I think you should suffer a big loss once. Then you'll understand what the world is like. Su Yin didn't argue with LV Huarong anymore. Since he already thought so, there was no point in saying anything. He could only let him know with his actions. In addition to Heaven's Eye's people, we'll also take care of the things in your hands now. LV Huarong still didn't give up. It's safer to hand them over to the Hong Kong and Macau police. It's very dangerous in your hands. That's impossible. Su Yin. Director LV, now I finally know why you locked us up. You're not afraid of anything else. You're just afraid that I'll leave Hong Kong and Macau with the Ebola virus and go back to the mainland. That's why you did this. LV Huarong didn't say anything, which was a tacit agreement. But I can tell you, don't worry. Before I bring the people with me, I won't leave Hong Kong and Macau. Su Yin. If I leave, I have to bring the Ebola virus and Heaven's Eye's Changma. That's my bottom line. LV Huarong shook his head. If that's the case, you can't leave. Pigeon, get ready. We're leaving now. Su Yin. There's no point in continuing this unpleasant conversation. Lin Ge put on a fierce expression and stood up to stare at LV Huarong. LV Huarong also stood up and stared at Su Yin and Lin Ge. You can't leave the police station. You have to leave the things behind. Or else what? Lin Ge said angrily. You want to fight with me? Great leader, you have to think clearly. We're not on the same level at all. If you fight with me, you have no chance of winning. LV Huarong was so angry that his whole body was shaking. Su Yin, you can't do this. This is irresponsible. Director LV, you told me very clearly just now that I want the people. If you don't give them to me, then I'll use my own method to find them and take them away. Su Yin. And you, if you want the things in my hands, then use your own method to take them away from me. This is the only way we can solve this problem. Do you know how big of a mistake you're making? LV Huarong didn't expect Su Yin to say this. He couldn't believe it. Su Yin shrugged. I don't care. I'm a person who often makes mistakes. You can give it a try and see if I dare or not. You're really hopeless. LV Huarong was annoyed by Su Yin. I warned you, you can't leave. The people here are all responsible Hong Kong and Macau police. They won't let you take the things away. What if it threatens your life? Lin Ge had already made his move as he spoke. He restrained LV Huarong in his hand, and a sharp dagger appeared in his hand. This dagger was obtained from Remnant. The sharp cold light made people feel cold just by looking at it. Now that it was held against LV Huarong's neck, LV Huarong felt a bone-chilling coldness. This feeling was simply too unexpected. Su Yin and Lin Ge dared to challenge him, which already shocked LV Huarong, but now they wanted to use a knife on him. This was an unpardonable heinous act. Actually, Su Yin didn't expect Lin Ge to play so big. This guy was too impulsive. But since he had already done this, he couldn't let him, as his older brother, criticize him in this kind of situation, right? That would be too demeaning, and it would be too much of a blow to Lin Ji's enthusiasm. Right now, Su Yin could only go with the flow and play simple and rough to solve the problem. Chapter 2348. Your behavior is no longer just a matter of attacking the police. This is also a matter of threatening the lives of high-ranking officials in Hong Kong and Macau. This is a very serious problem. LV Huarong said, just because of your current behavior, it is enough to put you in jail in Hong Kong and Macau for a lifetime. Lin Ge smiled. Unfortunately, unless you have the ability to put us in jail. If you don't even have that ability, don't bullshit me here. Alright, do you know what bullshit is? It's this mouth. It's too petty. Su Yin, tell your people to stop immediately. Now I will pretend that nothing happened. If you still act like this, then don't blame me for not recognizing you. LV Huarong gave Su Yin the final ultimatum. Unfortunately, Su Yin was a person who could be persuaded, but not cowed by force. If everything was negotiable, then everything was negotiable. Su Yin would also feel embarrassed. However, if you wanted to threaten him, then he would be embarrassed. He didn't care who you were. Even if you were the king of heaven, you had to see if you had the ability to put on airs in front of him. If you didn't have the ability, then don't blame Su Yin for not giving face. Now this matter wasn't started by Su Yin. It was LV Huarong who didn't give in at all. That was why he was in such a situation. If it wasn't for Lin Ge today, Su Yin really couldn't do such a radical thing. But thinking about it carefully, if it wasn't for Lin Ge, it really couldn't be done. If he didn't act tough now, he didn't know what kind of official power LV Huarong was going to show. Director Liu, it's not that my brother wants to do anything to you. He doesn't have any evil intentions. It's just a last resort. Su Yin smiled bitterly. Who asked you to not let us go? LV Huarong was really very angry now. His chest kept moving up and down. Okay, Su Yin, I promise you. I will let you go now. You immediately ask your people to take away that damn dagger. Perhaps it was because the murderous aura of the dagger was too heavy and bloody, so the pressure it gave off was more intimidating than the other daggers. That was why LV Huarong felt so uncomfortable. Now that Director Liu said this, I really don't believe it. Su Yin smiled and said to Lin Ge, let's go. Let Director Liu send us out. You will definitely regret what you have done. LV Huarong completely lost his temper. Su Yin really had him under control. Lin Ge even added fuel to the fire by saying, Leader, this dagger was obtained from a member of Heaven's Eye. The murderous aura is quite strong. Do you feel particularly flustered? That's right, but you don't have to be afraid. My hands are very steady. LV Huarong said. You don't dare to do anything to me. Do you think you can scare me with just a dagger in your hand? Let me tell you, this is absolutely impossible. Leader, I don't mean that I don't dare to touch you. Lin Ge didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Don't misunderstand. What I want to say is that if you dare to mess around, I will give you a quick death. I will definitely kill you with one stab. I will definitely not give you 5 stab repeatedly. LV Huarong's whole body trembled. 5 stab? Even an idiot would know that once the throat was slit, he could only wait for death. The process of dying would be very painful. It would make people want to desperately cover their throat to seal the wound. He had seen many people who were struggling before death. There had always been casualties in Hong Kong and Macau due to gang conflicts. Those who had their throats slit by a knife were all in the same state. They wished they could pull their throats together with their hands. Lin Gu controlled LV Huarong and walked out. Su Yin followed closely behind. The two of them were ready to leave as soon as possible. At this time, Secretary Du had just prepared 3 cups of coffee and was walking over. When he saw this scene as soon as he reached the door, he was so scared that the cup in his hand fell to the ground. What the hell happened? Is this person crazy? He even dared to kidnap Division Chief Liu. This is definitely a madman. The entire police station was stunned when they saw this scene. They didn't know what to do and all of them were frozen in place. After about a few seconds, the police with guns on them reacted. They quickly took out their pistols and aimed at Su Yin and Lin Gu. Su Yin didn't care at all. LV Huarong was in their hands. These police couldn't shoot at all. At most, they would hold their guns and gesture. No wonder the police in Hong Kong and Macau's police movies like to take out their guns and aim at people. But they didn't shoot. They just aimed and aimed. It turned out that this was the reality. There is a chance of a pistol going off accidentally. Look at the person in front of you clearly. This is your highest commander. Su Yin. We don't have any bad intentions. It's just that Division Chief Liu didn't let us leave, so we had to do this. Everyone still had no intention of putting down their guns. Su Yin raised the black suitcase in his hand again. Do you see what I'm holding in my hand? I won't tell you how important this thing is, but Division Chief Liu knows it very well. If any of your bullets don't have eyes and destroy this thing, then you'll really be a sinner. Put down your guns. They won't do anything to me, LV Huarong said. Everyone, put down your guns. You can't accidentally damage that suitcase. When LV Huarong said this, everyone knew the seriousness of the matter and put down their pistols. That's more like it. Su Yin. Division Chief Liu, to be honest, we didn't do well today. But there was no other way. Who told you not to let me take the thing away? Now that you've won, you have the final say, LV Huarong said. Su Yin shook his head. I really don't have the final say in this matter. I believe that you must have asked the mainland about this matter just now, wanting to leave the thing and the person behind. But you took so long, which means that you were rejected. You must have told your reason, but you didn't get permission. LV Huarong was shocked. Su Yin really scared him. He was really doing this just now. If you got permission, you would have brought the document to me and asked me to take the initiative to hand over the person and the thing to you. Unfortunately, you didn't succeed, but you're not satisfied. Su Yin. If I'm not wrong, this is what happened, right? LV Huarong didn't say anything. He just clenched his fist. If you don't say anything, it means that my guess is right. Su Yin smiled. In that case, I won't be polite with you. I'll take the person and the thing away. Whether you cooperate or not, this is my task. I have to complete it. LV Huarong swallowed a mouthful of saliva. He really didn't expect to lose to a young man. No, it wasn't defeat. This was a kind of... He couldn't describe the feeling, but his admiration and annoyance for Su Yin were equal. He hated Su Yin, but he also liked Su Yin. This feeling was very, very complicated. Director Liu, there are many things that I think you should understand. Don't try to be brave. Su Yin. The country must have its reasons for not letting you handle this matter. It's definitely not because they think you're incapable. Thank you for sending us out today. Also, thank you for the coffee. The three of them talked as they walked out of the police station. At this time, they happened to meet Li Guang, who had rushed over after hearing the news. Li Guang hadn't been discharged yet, so it would take a long time for him to come here. The hospital had procedures. When Li Guang arrived, he saw Su Yin and a young man holding LV Huarong hostage. He was immediately dumbfounded. Su Yin, what are you doing? Li Guang exclaimed. Hurry up and let go of Director Liu. Do you know what you're doing? Brother Guang, there's no other way. If I let Director Liu go, he definitely won't let us leave. Su Yin, This is the only way for us to leave safely. So we can only wrong Director Liu. Li Guang didn't understand. What exactly happened? Can't we all sit down and talk about it? There's nothing to talk about. Su Yin. Brother Guang, you should stay in the hospital and rest. You shouldn't run around. Today's matter has nothing to do with you. It's best if you don't interfere. Chapter 2349. Li Guang's anxiousness was inevitable. Su Yin was originally the biggest contributor in this matter, but now he had fallen out with LV Huarong. It was the other extreme. After all, LV Huarong was a powerful person. Su Yin and the others didn't intend to stay in Hong Kong and Macau anymore. Brother, no matter what, you should let him go first. If there is anything, I will help you, okay? Li Guang said. This kind of thing really can't be joked about. Brother Guang, I understand your kindness, but this matter isn't as easy as it is now. Su Yin. You can't handle it. You are about to return to China. Don't delay your return because of my matter. You have made countless contributions. This time, you can go back and get a position as the deputy director. For this matter, I can handle it myself. Li Guang knew Su Yin's temper. If he was determined to do something, it was impossible to persuade him to change his mind. If you want to do this, I'll go with you. If there's anything, we'll bear it together. I don't care about the merits. Brother Guang, I know what you mean. You said that you will bear it together with us, but you are afraid that we will be impulsive and hurt Division Chief Liu. Su Yin smiled slightly. Even if Li Guang was thinking for LV Huarong, once he was really with him, he would definitely be implicated. If he couldn't handle it, all the merits would be offset. Then his 5 years of undercover work would be wasted. Lin Ge didn't know Li Guang, but he saw that he had a good relationship with Brother Yin. So he said, "This brother, you can rest assured. As long as we get in the car safely and leave, I will never touch him." Sigh. Li Guang let out a heavy sigh. You guys are courting death. I just want to ensure that Hong Kong and Macau will not be troubled by the Sky Eye. You will understand sooner or later. No one could change what Su Yin wanted to do. Just as LV Huarong wanted to struggle, Lin Ge restrained him. I won't touch you until we get in the car safely and leave. If you don't cooperate, it'll be ugly if you really hurt someone. Even Li Guang was unable to persuade Su Yin. This time, LV Huarong did not have any tricks left. He also did not dare to rashly anger them. He could only let them take him out. When Su Yin first arrived in Hong Kong and Macau, the car that Li Guang gave him was still at the police station. Su Yin quickly got in the car and drove to the door. Lin Ge backed away slowly. Just as Su Yin opened the door for him to get in, Lin Ge pushed LV Huarong out and quickly got into the car. The two of them ran away without a trace. LV Huarong stumbled over. Fortunately, Li Guang was quick enough to catch him. These two fellows are really lawless. Go after them. Everyone, go after them. You must stop them for me. LV Huarong was furious. After all, he was the highest leader of the police station. How could he be held hostage by them? Director LV, don't be angry. There must be a misunderstanding, Li Guang said. Su Yin came to Hong Kong and Macau and did such a big thing. You can't just... I know better than you, but not now. He's holding Arbola's weapon now. LV Huarong said. I have to ensure Arbola's safety, Li Guang said. I believe that he must be doing this to ensure the weapon's safety. You all have the same mentality. Why are you arguing like this? Li Guang said helplessly. LV Huarong didn't say much to Li Guang. Instead, he continued to order people to arrest Su Yin. This wasn't a trivial matter. This matter had to be properly resolved. He absolutely couldn't let Su Yin be so lawless. Li Guang did not say much. He knew that with Su Yin's ability, the Hong Kong and Macau police would not be able to catch him. Su Yin was able to subdue Sky's Eye. When Sky's Eye was in Hong Kong and Macau, the Hong Kong and Macau police put in a lot of effort and still could not catch a trace of it. What did this mean? This meant that if Su Yin wanted to hide, the Hong Kong and Macau police would not be able to catch Su Yin even if they turned the sky upside down. However, LV Huarong would not listen to any advice now. Li Guang's words were meaningless. Yang Qi was taking notes in the sealed recording room. She did not hear what was happening outside at all. When she was done, she found that the world was in chaos. After roughly understanding what happened from Li Guang, Yang Qi was helpless. These two guys were really messing around. The Hong Kong and Macau police will not be able to catch him, Li Guang said. I'm not worried about that at all. But this matter can't be dragged on like this, right? Yang Qi was depressed. Why can't they just talk things out? Why do they have to do this? There must be a reason. You can only blame Division Chief Liu for not letting them go. Li Guang said. Although I don't support Su Yun's behavior, I support their point of view. Bring the thing and the people of Sky's Eye to the mainland. That way, Hong Kong and Macau will be peaceful. Yang Qi nodded. Then I'll talk to Division Chief Liu and see if he can understand. If he can understand, this will not happen now, Li Guang said. Su Yun has always been courteous before resorting to force. Things have developed to this point. Obviously, Su Yun does not want to see it. He also has his reasons. I'll find a way to contact him. If there's anything here, keep an eye on it and let me know the situation in time. But your injury has not healed yet, Yang Qi said. Li Guang shook his head helplessly. It's just a small injury. Do I need to recover for so long? I've been in the hospital for a long time. Do I have to wait for the scar to heal before I can be discharged? You don't have to worry about my matter. Go do your own thing. After 2 hours of pursuit, the Hong Kong and Macau police finally only saw the car abandoned by Su Yin and Lin Ge. There was a note in the car. The car did not turn off, but it is out of gas. You can drive back. Except for this thing, there was no other discovery. Su Yin and Lin Ge did not leave any clues. It was completely impossible to figure out where they went. The people in the criminal investigation department were really having a headache. After being a police officer for so many years, they really had not encountered people who were so good at destroying clues. This really made people feel helpless. Retreat. Go back and report first. This order was obviously very helpless. They did not want to not be able to find them, but if they continued to search without a purpose, they would not get any results. It was better to go back and report to LV Huarong first. They wanted to see if LV Huarong could have any good way to solve this matter. If LV Huarong himself could not do anything, then he could not blame them for not doing anything. When it came to this kind of responsibility, it seemed that no one was willing to lead the trouble to themselves. For such a difficult matter, there was no big credit if it was done well, but if it was not done well, they must be the scapegoat. The scapegoat this time was so heavy. No one was willing to be the scapegoat, right? When LV Huarong got this reply, he was naturally furious. He stared at these guys and scolded. They couldn't even do such a small thing. They couldn't even catch up with a person. He really didn't know what these people in the criminal investigation team could do. When they caught the Sky's Eye, they spent so much effort and still couldn't find it. Just when he knew that the Sky's Eye had reached the bend, these guys were still carpet searching in Hong Kong and Macau. Now they let Su Yun slip away in front of them and drove back with a broken car. I think you guys should not do anything in the future. Take off your clothes and go home to drink tea. LV Huarong was so angry that he was about to have a heart attack. He quickly took a few pills to stabilize his mood. I really don't know how I promoted a group of trash like you. You don't know. That guy drove so fast. He was so fast in the city. We didn't dare to chase at all. There were too many people. LV Huarong threw the coffee cup in his hand to the ground. I don't want to listen to your excuses. I want you to catch the person for me. Catch the person. Do you understand? You guys find the person as soon as possible and bring back the black suitcase in their hands intact. Yes. After Yang Qi and Li Guang heard the news, they didn't know whether to breathe a sigh of relief or worry. That kind of feeling was really uneasy. They didn't know where Su Yun went now. All the police in Hong Kong and Macau were looking for them. They were afraid that their days wouldn't be too good. Chapter 2350. Su Yun was already very familiar with Hong Kong and Macau, and Lin Ge wasn't unfamiliar with this place, so if the two wanted to play the game of cat and mouse with the Hong Kong and Macau police, it would be like Jerry playing with Tom. It would give the Hong Kong and Macau police a headache. When night fell, Su Yin took Lin Ge to Kowloon Peninsula. He hadn't been to Lan Bar for a long time, and he didn't know what the bar was like now. Although Su Yin advised Lillian to change her job and not go to the bar to be a bar baby, he believed that she wouldn't make too many changes in a short time. After all, in her view, money would never be enough because the orphanage would always be short of money. Brother, aren't you in a good mood? What's the situation now, and you still want to treat me to a drink? Lin Ge said with a blank face. Isn't this too disrespectful to the Hong Kong and Macau police? Who said that I want to treat you to a drink? What are you thinking in your head? Su Yin. I'm here to find someone. If you want a drink, wait until we safely return to Yanjing. I will definitely let you drink to your heart's content. Lin Ge stuck out his tongue. Find someone? Brother, I found that your luck with women is too good. How long have you been in Hong Kong and Macau? And you already got a girl. Now that the situation is like this, you still dare to come to her? Su Yin really wanted to directly hit Lin Ji's head. This guy always spoke so carelessly. Okay, I got it. I will shut up. Lin Ge said. There must be a serious matter, right? Su Yin ignored Lin Ge, and the two went directly into the bar. Sure enough, this place was different from before. The people who looked after the bar were also changed. With the arrival of Hong Dongxi, the bar owner didn't have to be so scared. Knowing that Li Guang was a police officer, he wouldn't trouble him. Now no one dared to provoke this Lan Bar. Therefore, there was no need for so many underlings to watch over the place. A few internal bodyguards were enough. At this time, Lillian was still working in the bar. This time was her hot dance time. The atmosphere in the bar was very hot. Everyone was crazily twisting their waists and buttocks, shaking their messy hair. Su Yin found a corner and sat down. He pointed at Lillian, who was dancing on the stage, and said to Lin Ge, "In a moment, go call her over. Tell her that I asked her to come over." "Brother, you still don't admit that you're picking up girls?" Lin Ge said helplessly. "You've already made an appointment. If you want to make an appointment, you can do it yourself. Why do you want me to do it? I don't think this is appropriate, right? How can you find someone to replace you when you're dating someone? If I tell you to go, then go. What's with all the nonsense?" Su Yin, the waiter who ordered the drinks, came over. Su Yin ignored Lin Ge and pushed him away. Then he ordered some drinks and fruit plates. No matter where it was, there was a minimum price to get a private room. Therefore, even if Su Yin wasn't in the mood to drink, he had to follow the rules. Lin Ge twisted and turned as he squeezed into the crowd. Su Yin didn't go because he was worried that the bar's investors would also be there. After seeing him, they would definitely come to toast him or something. That would be too troublesome. After all, the entire Hong Kong and Macau police were looking for him. He didn't want to get into any trouble because of this. Lin Ge quickly walked to the front of the stage where Lillian was. After Lillian finished dancing, she shook her hair and prepared to leave. "Beauty, my brother asked me to invite you over. Come with me and have a seat." Lin Ge shouted with a smile, but Lillian ignored him. There were people like this every day. Since this bar was no longer under the control of Hongdong Group's brother Guang and brother Yin, there were many people who would ask her out every day. And Lillian was the same as before. She still wouldn't pay attention to these people. "Miss Lillian, I've been asking you out for a week. Seeing that I've spent over 100,000 yuan in your Lan Bar this week, shouldn't you come over and have a drink with me?" Other than Lin Ge, there were also people who surrounded Lillian and shouted, "I really want to be friends with Miss Lillian. Miss Lillian, give me some face and come over to my place to sit. What do you want to drink? I'll treat you. What are you pretending to be virtuous for? Isn't she just a girl who dances in a nightclub and makes money by twisting her butt? You're making yourself look like a cold goddess. I'll give you 100,000 yuan for a week. Do you dare? 100,000. This isn't a small number. Playing with a girl in a nightclub outside is at most 1,000 yuan. Everyone was talking at once. Some were fans, some were haters, and some were blindly jeering. There were all kinds of people who said all kinds of things. Lillian took a deep breath. She had already gotten used to it this week. So when faced with those unreasonable words, she simply turned a deaf ear and ignored them. However, at this time Lin Gu was angry. Facing some people who spoke rudely, Lin Gu couldn't stand it anymore. All of you shut up. What are you pretending for? What's 100,000 yuan? Why are all of your mouths so smelly? If you want to find a chicken, go to the chicken shop outside. This is a place to drink, not a place for you to talk filthy words. What are you talking about? Who are you talking about? From your accent, you're a mainlander. How dare you come to our Hong Kong and Macau to shout at us? Someone took the lead and shouted. Mainlanders with no quality. Go back. Another person shouted. Lin Gu was angry at that time. He wanted to fight with them. Today, he wanted to let these bastards know that the ones who were taught a lesson by his fists were the ones with no quality. People with quality wouldn't talk about quality all day long. 7 to 8 out of 10 people who talked about quality were people with a sense of regional superiority and discrimination against foreigners. Don't fight, Lillian suddenly said to Lin Gu. Where's your brother? I promise you that I'll go and have a drink with him. With Lillian's action, everything calmed down. Those who couldn't make an appointment could only blame themselves for not having the ability. After all, they couldn't cause trouble here. Since Lillian had made a decision, there was no need to say anything more. Lin Gu pointed to the corner. Lillian glanced over without any mood. Then she silently followed Lin Gu. She really wasn't in the mood. However, in order to prevent such a tasteless dispute in the shop, she had to suffer sometimes. However, when Lillian walked over and saw that it was Su Yin, she was shocked. She rubbed her eyes hard. After confirming that it wasn't a dream, she covered her mouth. Wasn't this too exaggerated? It was really Su Yin. Lillian was afraid that she would scream. It took her a while to control her emotions. Lin Gu grinned. How could he say that he didn't pick up a girl? Look at how excited this girl was when she saw him. It wasn't something that could be compared to being a newlywed. You're back? Lillian's worries were finally over. She learned about Su Yun's situation from Li Guang. She knew that things were dangerous. She had been depressed. Now that she saw Su Yun return, all her worries disappeared. Su Yun smiled. Yes. Then, will there be no problems in the future? Can you have fun in Hong Kong and Macau for a few days? I'm afraid that's not possible. Su Yun said. I came to you today to ask you to do me a favor. Lillian nodded vigorously. Tell me no matter what it is, as long as I can help you. I will do my best to help you. Did something happen to you guys? Something happened, and it's a heartbreaking thing. Lin Gu poured out all his complaints about LV Huarong. He complained that his big brother Yin was clearly a hero, but he was treated like a criminal by LV Huarong. Initially, he locked the door, but now he was being pursued. It was completely unreasonable. Lillian quickly understood their situation. She nodded and said, Go to my house. I promise it's absolutely safe. This was the best way for Su Yin and the others, because the Hong Kong and Macau police would definitely check all the hotels and places where people could stay. And most importantly, if Su Yin wanted to get in touch with Li Guang or Yang Qi, Lillian's house was the safest place to meet. It was safer than anywhere else. Su Yin came today with this presumptuous request. Su Yun's phone would definitely be monitored, and Li Guang and Yang Qi, who had a good relationship with him, would definitely be monitored as well. If Su Yin wanted to see them, he could only go through Lillian's side. This way, it wouldn't arouse suspicion. After Lillian knew Su Yun's intentions, she nodded affirmatively. I'll go prepare now. We'll go back immediately. Lillian went to the back to change her clothes. Lin Gu looked at the wine and fruit plates on the table and quickly took the cup. Brother, if you don't drink, I'll drink. If I don't drink, it would be a waste. You'd better finish the bottle, Su Yin said. It's a lot of money. Of course, Lin Gu said. Chapter 2351. Lillian changed her clothes and was about to leave with Su Yin and Lin Gu, but she was stopped by the bar owner halfway. The bar owner didn't see who the two people sitting in the corner were. He looked at Lillian with some surprise and said, Lillian, what's the matter with you? It's not time to get off work yet. I'm sorry, boss. I have something urgent today. I'll go first and ask for leave. Lillian said. If you want to deduct my money, you can deduct it. I'm really in a hurry. In a hurry? Lillian, do a job and love a job. No matter who it is, you have to do this. Don't you think so? The boss said. You can't do this. It's not good. Lillian was stunned. Boss, what do you mean? I just have something to do and ask for leave. Do you need to say so much? It doesn't seem to have anything to do with me. Lillian, if you really want to go with the guests, then you're breaking the rules. You're here to attract guests for me, not to go out and do private work. The bar owner said faintly. In fact, I also know that a lot of things are forced. You're also doing it for money. Don't talk nonsense. Lillian glared. She didn't expect the boss to treat her as that kind of person. If she was that kind of person, how could she stay in this place? This was a bar. If two men and women were in love, it was normal for them to go out together. But if she went with the guests because of money, what was the difference between her and a prostitute in a nightclub? If so, why would she still stay here to work? Although I don't know how much money the two guests gave you, I should tell you that you can't go out and do your private business during working hours. The bar owner smiled faintly. However, if you are really in need of money, I can give it to you. However much the two customers gave you, I will also give you the same amount. When it is time to work, you will come home with me. I won't shortchange you for the money. Pa dash. Lillian slapped the bar owner's face. Over the past week, Lillian had already felt the change in this guy's attitude towards her. Although he had invested in this bar before, Li Guang used his identity as Brother Guang of Hongdong Group to own half of the shares here. Therefore, Li Guang was the real boss. When Li Guang was here, Li Lian was brought by Li Guang, so no one dared to be disrespectful to her. But now that Li Guang was gone, everything changed. How dare you hit me? Men. The bar owner's eyes turned red. She was working at his place to earn money, yet she dared to give him attitude. This damned woman. He would never let it go. A few internal bodyguards rushed over. When they saw that it was Lillian, they were all a little helpless. They all knew that Lillian's previous identity was not to be trifled with. What are you waiting for? Tie him up. The bar owner said. What are you afraid of? Li Guang and Su Yin are nowhere to be found. Who do you think can back her up? You dare to hit me. Why don't you ask how much money you have earned from me? Hit me? If you dare to touch me, you will definitely regret it. Lillian said angrily. I'm sure I won't just touch you. You have earned so much money from me. It's not a loss to sleep with me once, right? The bar owner said. Don't pretend to be virtuous. Others don't know, but do you think I don't know? Who is not a slut in my bar? I have slept with them all. You are the only one left. Under the constant encouragement of the boss, a few internal bodyguards gathered their courage and approached Lillian. Lillian could only retreat in front of them. She didn't know what to do. Su Yin felt that it had been too long outside. Something was not right, so he brought Lin Gu inside to take a look. As soon as they came in, they saw Lillian being forced back to her dressing room by a few people. The bar owner still had a devilish smile on his face. Little baby, let me love you here today. I can't wait for you to get off work. Ha ha ha, scream as much as you want. Let's see if someone will come and save you. After saying that, the bar owner wanted to play the game of forcing himself on Lillian. He waved his hand at the several internal security guards and said, Okay, you guys go over there and guard it for me. Don't let any random people come in. I don't believe that I can't get a chick. Just as the internal bodyguards were about to turn around and leave, they saw the gloomy Su Yin walking over. They were stunned. Some of the timid ones were so scared that they bent down and almost knelt down in front of Su Yin. Go. You still want to watch and learn a few moves. The bar owner didn't realize the danger at all. Get out of here. Don't ruin my mood. I wonder what moves I can learn. Su Yin walked behind the bar owner. The moment he heard this voice, the bar owner was a little dumbfounded. He quickly turned around and looked. Su Yun's gloomy face was really terrifying. Although Su Yun's identity as an undercover police officer was known by the entire Hong Kong and Macau, the fact that he personally destroyed Dakuan and the rumor that he solved Wang Jingjin's matter were all true. Who dared to say that they weren't afraid? It was definitely a lie. Yin. Brother Yin. When did you come over? The bar owner looked at Su Yin in shock and quickly pointed at Lillian inside. I was just joking with her. I told her that this society is very chaotic. Su Yin nodded. Continue to explain. It's like this, Brother Yin. Lillian wants to come out with 2 guests. I'm just teaching her a lesson and letting her know that she can't mess around. The bar owner said. I'm just being nice. Big Brother Yin, I'm sure you can understand. When Lillian saw that Su Yin had arrived, she quickly ran out and stood behind Su Yin. Lin Ge clenched his fist and walked forward. Understand your ass. You look so simple and honest, but why are you so dirty when you do things? What are you doing? You are undercover police. You can't just hit people. When the bar owner saw Lin Ji's fierce look, he began to panic. Lin Ge pointed at the tip of his nose and said, Do you think I look like a police officer? Who are you scolding? How am I like a police officer? I'm not the kind of person who doesn't know what my surname is. Today, I'll let you know that this society is very chaotic. After they finished speaking, they started to fight. Su Yin pulled Lillian outside. What are you guys standing there for? Come and help me. Don't. Poo dash. Don't hit my face. I beg. Poo dash. The sound of the bar owner vomiting blood was really explosive. Su Yin didn't care about these things. Lin Ge teaching them a lesson was no different from teaching primary school students. He directly took Lillian to the parking lot outside. Didn't I tell you not to come here to work in the future? You should find a proper job. This isn't a long-term solution, Su Yin said. Now I have destroyed your job. Lillian couldn't help but laugh. At the beginning, Li Guang told her that this wasn't a long-term place to work, but she worked here. With Li Guang protecting her, she wouldn't feel uncomfortable. Later, Su Yin also told her, but Su Yin would also protect her in this place. She wouldn't feel anything. It wasn't until Li Guang and Su Yin left one after another that Lillian understood that this place was really not a place to work. She couldn't continue to stay in this place. She had done enough this week, but she didn't know where she could go after leaving here, so she didn't have the courage. Now Su Yin directly destroyed her job. Even if she wanted to come here in the future, she couldn't come at all. Su Yin, thank you, Lillian said. Thank me for what? I even made you lose your job. Su Yin grinned. Lillian said seriously, It's because you helped me do something I didn't have the courage to do, so I have to thank you. At this time, Lin Ge clapped his hands and walked out of the bar. Brother, the boss really needs to be taught a lesson. After today, I'm afraid he won't dare to provoke girls in a short time. This is. Lillian looked at Lin Ge curiously. Just now, Lin Ge made a move on the bar owner without saying a word. He was very handsome. My name is Lin Ge. Lin Ge said, Brother Yun's younger brother. Just treat me as your younger brother. Don't be an outsider. My brother came to find you for something today. If it's not convenient for you to talk, I can leave. It's okay, you don't have to consider my feelings. Chapter 2352. Feel your sister. Su Yin. You follow closely behind me. Don't get lost later. I don't have time to worry about you. Lin Ge smiled. You really don't need me to avoid you? That's okay. You are indeed my brother. Okay, then I will follow behind you too. You two can say whatever you want. Just treat me as heir. Lillian was still very embarrassed. She didn't know what to do with a person behind her. She just looked at Su Yin blankly. If you really want us to treat you as heir, then keep your mouth shut. Don't talk and interrupt. Su Yin glanced at Lin Ge. Lin Ge stretched out his hand and made a zipper gesture in front of his mouth. Then he didn't say a word. He even controlled his breathing and hid his breath. It's not convenient to talk here. Let's go to your house first. Su Yin said to Lillian. The two of us are now wanted by the police. Going to your house is the safest place, but it may also bring you trouble. If you don't mind, we can. Of course I don't mind, Lillian said. She was a little surprised when she heard the news. Then let's go back quickly. The three of them took a taxi back to Lillian's house. Lillian poured hot tea for the two of them. Then, she listened to Soo-Yun roughly explain the situation. Only then did she understand Soo-Yun's current situation and his purpose of coming here. I will call Gwang-gu now and ask him to come here. Lillian said. Gwang-gu will definitely help you. I have no doubt about this. Because Gwang-gu and I have a special relationship, they will definitely monitor Gwang-ji's mobile phone calls and messages. If you really call like this now, it is equivalent to exposing us. Soo-Yun. Unless we use other methods. Lin-gu played with his mobile phone and said, if Li Guang's mobile phone is monitored, then the other party will only need 10 seconds to track it, so, Hugh, it's too difficult. There is basically no possibility of not exposing our target. This matter was indeed quite tricky. Soo-Yun had never thought of a better way to solve this problem. Lillian suddenly said, why can't we expose our target? Even if we do, what can we do? As long as we can find a reasonable reason, wouldn't there be no problem? A reasonable reason? Soo-Yun looked at Lillian. He knew that Lillian must have some ideas. As long as we give a reasonable reason, all the problems will be solved. Lillian said, take out your phone and call Brother Guang. Tell him that the water pipe in his apartment in Kowloon is leaking. We are downstairs neighbors, so we need him to solve the problem. This is good. This way, not only would Li Guang come over, but it would also expose their location. Even if Li Guang was being monitored, it wouldn't be a big deal. It was just a normal phone call. Moreover, the police had chased the cell phone signal over, and the location was not wrong. So, what was there to be suspicious about? Sure enough, the onlooker sees more clearly than the person involved. Soo-Yun and Lin-gu couldn't figure it out, but Lillian easily figured it out. Then I will do it now. Lillian said. No, don't call. Let Lin-gu do it. Soo-Yun. Brother Guang can recognize your voice as soon as he hears it. If he doesn't understand it for a moment and spills the beans, then things will be troublesome. Lillian nodded. What he said was true. Lin-gu lived up to everyone's expectations. He immediately dialed Li Guang's phone according to the plan. Li Guang was still having a headache because of Soo-Yun's matter. He was sitting alone at a roadside food stall eating. He didn't eat much for the whole day. If he didn't fill his stomach, then he would be really hungry. The unfamiliar phone made Li Guang a little impatient. Hello, who are you looking for? Excuse me, are you in our Jiulong City apartment district? I am your downstairs neighbor. Lin Ji's deliberate harbor accent was still very strong. Li Guang was slightly startled and wondered. Then what's the matter? You don't know. The water pipe in your house seems to be broken. Now all the water is flowing down. The ceiling of my bathroom is soaked with water. So, I want you to come quickly and solve this problem for me. What? Li Guang was really surprised and shocked. It can't be. I didn't live there much. How could it be broken? Did you make a mistake? I am at your door. Do you want me to take a photo and send it to you? You can't be so irresponsible. You have to solve the problem of the water pipe in your house. Otherwise, all the neighbors won't be able to stand it. Lin-gu shouted. Li Guang said embarrassedly. I really don't know the reason. Well, you wait a moment. I will be there right away. Then hurry up. Otherwise, my house will be flooded by you. Lin-gu hung up the phone after he finished speaking. Li Guang was confused, but since he had already called, he had to go quickly. Whether it was a mistake or not, there was nothing wrong with going to take a look. Soo-Yun's worry was not unfounded. Li Guang's phone was indeed monitored. Everything that had just happened was heard. LV Huarong secretly swore that he would let Soo-Yun know the power of the Hong Kong and Macau police. So, he had to catch them no matter what. That was why he had to monitor the phones of people who were close to Soo-Yun, such as Li Guang and Yang Qi. After hearing all this, the monitoring officer immediately reported to LV Huarong that Li Guang was going to the apartment to deal with this matter. LV Huarong immediately ordered the car that was following Li Guang to continue following him. Li Guang rushed to the apartment building. He was still a little puzzled. Soo-Yun had lived in this place before. It was impossible for something to happen. He got into the elevator. When he arrived at the door, he found that only Lillian was waiting for him. There were no neighbors at all, and there was no leakage. Li Guang looked at Lillian in surprise and asked, "What are you doing?" "I'm giving you a surprise." Lillian said, "Let's go to my house." Li Guang looked at Lillian in confusion. "What happened to the phone just now? What's the matter with you? Why am I going to your house? Didn't I say that I'm giving you a surprise?" Lillian smiled. "Brother Guang, don't you believe me? I promise that there must be someone you want to see in my house. Do you understand?" Li Guang suddenly realized. "So that's how it is. Su Yin is at your house," Li Guang exclaimed. "Lower your voice," Lillian said. "Then why don't you just call and explain it clearly? Why do you have to be so mysterious?" Li Guang was speechless. "This is not a surprise. This is a scare," Lillian snorted. "They said that your phone might be monitored, so we have to be careful. Let's go. Let's go home and talk." Only then did Li Guang understand. No wonder they were so secretive. This matter was really interesting. However, after he heard that his phone was monitored, he still felt a little unhappy. In any case, the Hong Kong and Macau police did this disrespect to him. This made Li Guang very unhappy. This kind of unhappiness came from the heart. After seeing Su Yin again, Li Guang was relieved. "It's good that the two of you are fine. Since you are fine, let's leave quickly. Don't waste time here. I still have to take away Chang Mo from Sky Eye. Otherwise, Sky Eye's people will break into the prison sooner or later. At that time more people will die." "Su Yin, I can't just leave it like this," Li Guang said. "Then you still want to break into the prison in advance?" "Yes, Su Yin. So now I need to know where Chang Mo is being held. It is said to be a secret prison. Brother Guang, you have been in Hong Kong and Macau for a long time. You should know, right?" "I might not know. After all, I am not a member of the Hong Kong and Macau police," Li Guang said. "I really don't know." "Sigh, then isn't this a waste of time?" Lin Gu said helplessly. Lillian also shook her head regretfully. "But I know someone who definitely knows. However, I don't know if she will tell you," Li Guang said. "I don't know much about her. I don't know how much you know about her." Su Yin frowned. "You mean Yang Qi?" "Yes, she definitely knows about these things. Because she is a member of the Special Operations Department. So she must know a lot more than we think," Li Guang said. "But she is a member of the Hong Kong and Macau police. I am not sure if she will help you." Chapter 2353. Su Yin fell into silence, but Lin Gu didn't think so. "I don't think that girl will. She gives me the feeling that she is very optimistic about Brother Yin. And she also admires Brother Yin. I also know that Yang Qi admires Su Yin. She also respects Su Yin's words, but some things can't be considered on this basis," Li Guang said. "She has her own position. After all, she is a Hong Kong and Macau police officer. She is obligated to do what the Hong Kong and Macau police should do. Helping Su Yin is tantamount to going against her position." Su Yin took a deep breath. The current situation was tantamount to a gamble. It was hard to say who would win or lose. "Is there no other way to get the information from that person's mouth?" Lillian said. "Is there anything I can help with? If you need me, I can help you do anything." "You can't help with this matter," Li Guang said. "Yang Qi is the only person who may tell you the place where Sky Eye is imprisoned, and she is the only person I am sure of knowing the highest secret prison." In the end, Su Yin made her own decision. "Then we'll have to ask her. I know her address," Li Guang said. "Since my phone is monitored, then her phone must be monitored too, right? We should be careful. Don't contact her by phone. I will give you the address. You go directly to her house to find her. This is the safest way." Su Yin nodded. This was indeed the only way. Even if Yang Qi didn't help him, he could escape from the scene as soon as possible. He wouldn't be entangled with the Hong Kong and Macau police. "I will help you," Li Guang said. "I definitely don't agree with the opinion of Hong Kong and Macau's director Liu. Guangge, you can't be with me. Our identities are different. You are a police officer. When you go back, you need your achievements to get the honor you deserve. You can't ruin yourself because of me, Su Yin said. Li Guang shook his head. But I don't care about honor. I've been undercover for so many years. I don't even know how to be a police officer anymore. In my opinion, anyone can be a police officer. As long as they have a righteous heart, they can stand up at any time. You don't care, but the people of the mainland care. With a good and responsible police officer like you, there might be a lot less unjust cases and misjudged cases, and a lot of innocent people won't be wronged. There will be more people who deserve to be punished. Su Yin said, the mainland does not lack police, but it lacks police like you. Li Guang fell silent. Su Yin was right. If he wanted to change something, he needed to have enough power first. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to change anything. If a person didn't have enough power, no matter how big his ambition was, it was impossible to change anything. You need to go back and be a person with power. Only then can you change the status quo. Su Yin said, that's why I don't welcome you in my camp. Guangge, you should leave early. I'm already very grateful that you can come today. Li Guang nodded. We're family. Don't be so polite. You're my brother since the first day you came to Kowloon. So I'll help you no matter what you need. This time my ability is limited. I can't help you much. You've already helped me a lot. Su Yin smiled. Hearing this, Lilian knew that Li Guang's situation couldn't be lost. She quickly began to chase him away. Guangge, you should leave quickly. If something happens and you're discovered, you'll be in trouble. Then I won't disturb you. Li Guang stood up and said, Su Yin, no matter what you do, you must be careful. Don't worry, Guangge. I'll be careful. Su Yin nodded. When Li Guang was about to leave, Li Lian suddenly called him. Wait a minute, there's still something missing. After saying that, Li Lian went to the bathroom to get a basin of water. She brought it out and put it in front of Li Guang. Hurry up, wet yourself. If someone follows you and sees you go out like this, they'll definitely be suspicious. I realize that you're a talent. You should go to the police academy. Li Guang said to Li Lian. Not bad, you're very thoughtful. After saying that, Li Guang wet himself. His shoes and pants were all wet. When he left, water droplets were dripping from his hair. This time it was really foolproof. It must be said that LV Huarong's reminder came in handy. LV Huarong really did arrange people to keep an eye on Li Guang. No matter what, Li Guang was still a member of the continent. Since he wasn't on the same side as LV Huarong, Li Guang naturally had to be careful. As for Yang Qi's side, LV Huarong didn't make such arrangements. Although he monitored Yang Qi's phone, he didn't arrange for someone to follow. There was no need for that. After all, Yang Qi was one of them. When Li Guang left, he was already aware of the car that had been following him. It seemed that he was no longer believed by the Hong Kong and Macau police. However, it didn't matter. He had helped as much as he could. As for the rest, he could only take one step at a time. With the address left by Li Guang, Su Yun's heart was much clearer. He handed the black suitcase to Lin Ge and decided to solve this problem himself. Brother, are you sure you can do it alone? If not, I'll go with you. Lin Ge said. I'm more confident by myself. You don't have to add to the trouble. Stay here and take care of the things. I'm telling you, even if you lose your life, you can't lose the things. Su Yin said. Lin Ge nodded. How can I not know such a small thing? I know it too well. I know it too well in my heart. I definitely can't lose the things you exchanged with your life. Hearing Lin Ji's words, Lilian's whole body trembled. Just by listening to this, she knew that this matter was really not easy. The things that Su Yin did were really dangerous. Su Yin, you must pay attention to your safety. Lin Ge said before Su Yin was about to leave. You know, I still hope that after our orphanage's new school district is built, I'll invite you to cut the ribbon for us, so you must be careful. Su Yin smiled. Don't worry, I'll remember what you said. When the time comes, I'll really come to cut the ribbon. I'm a very serious person. I want to see if the building your orphanage built is beautiful. Is it worth it? Lilian nodded vigorously. I definitely won't let you down. Su Yin laughed and directly left Lilian's house. It was already late. He should try his best to leave before Yang Qi went to sleep. Otherwise, It would be inconvenient to disturb her. In fact, Suyin didn't know that because of this matter, Yang Qi couldn't sleep at all. Unless she had news of him, she couldn't sit still. As soon as Suyin left, Lillian asked Lin Gu, "Does he always do these dangerous things on a daily basis? Do you want him to do all the dangerous things? Don't you have anyone else to use?" Lin Gu said, "I also don't want my brother to do such dangerous things, but I don't have the final say in this matter. I'm not a leader, and I don't belong to them. My brother's brothers can take care of things on their own. It's just, maybe this matter has to be foolproof, so my brother has to do it personally." After that, Lin Gu looked at the black suitcase in his hand. This thing really has to be foolproof. Then isn't he working hard? The most dangerous things are done by him. Lillian said with some heartache, "I really don't want him to be like this." "What did you say about the orphanage just now?" Lin Gu said. "How did you and my brother meet?" Anyway, the two of them had nothing to do. They definitely wouldn't be sleepy without waiting for Suyun's news, so they chatted. Lillian told all about how she met Suyun, and also told Lin Gu about Suyun donating to the orphanage. In the eyes of her and the orphanage teachers and children, Suyun was their biggest superhero. No one could replace Suyun's position in their hearts. Suyun was the person they respected the most. So Lillian hoped that Suyun would win this time. Chapter 2354. Suyun went to Yang Qi's house according to the address Li Guang gave him. He stood outside and observed for a long time. After making sure there was no danger, he knocked on Yang Qi's door. The moment Yang Qi opened the door, she was stunned. The whole of Hong Kong and Macau was looking for Suyun. Suyun actually risked coming to her house at this time. It was like a dream. "Come in." Yang Qi pulled Suyun into the room and quickly closed the door. Yang Qi's first reaction seemed to be the same as Li Guang. She didn't want Suyun to be discovered by the Hong Kong and Macau police. Suyun also let out a big sigh of relief. At least this meant that Yang Qi didn't want to stand against him. "How did you find this place? Are you crazy? Don't you know that Director Liu is very angry? The whole Hong Kong and Macau police are looking for you and you still dare to show your face." Yang Qi said in disbelief. "Quickly leave Hong Kong and Macau, okay? That's the best choice for you." "Yes, I want to leave. But before I leave, I want to find Changma first," Suyun said. "Then I'll leave Hong Kong and Macau as soon as possible." "Are you crazy? Do you know where Changma is locked up? You want to find him?" Yang Qi said, "I know you guys have different standpoints, but you all have your own reasons. If you want to take the Ebola virus weapon away, I won't say anything because it will be destroyed anyway. I support that. But this person..." Suyun patted Yang Qi's shoulder and interrupted her. "If other people don't understand why I want to take Changma away, I can forgive them. But if you don't understand why I want to take Changma away, then I don't understand." Yang Qi was stunned. She quickly understood Suyun's meaning. Suyun was right. That was indeed the case. "You've seen all the people in Heaven's Eye. You know how strong they are," Suyun said. "Kangkong Guli, any one of them is a top expert. If any two of them work together, even I can't guarantee a 100% victory." "But they're all injured." Yang Qi seemed to still have a sliver of hope. "Yes, they were injured. However, Changma helped Jiesu break free from my control of his meridians and Jiesu healed the other two who were injured. Although Kangkong is injured, he doesn't have any external injuries. He only needs to rest for 2 or 3 days to recover." "Suyun, do you think the Hong Kong and Macau police really have the ability to withstand Sky's Eye?" Yang Qi was silent. The Hong Kong and Macau police did not have a powerful expert like Suyun. It could be said that everyone was weak in front of those people from Sky Eye. Chang Emo is a person that all of them cherish, so they will definitely come to look for him. "Suyun, if Changma stays in Hong Kong and Macau, there will definitely be a bloodbath. At that time, things won't be so simple. Many people will die. Have you ever considered that?" "Suyun, since Director Liu said so, I believe that he has the confidence to guarantee that Changma won't be taken away." Yang Qi said. "The secret prison is really safe." "Okay, you say it's safe. Then tell me where the prison is." I'll prove to you that the place you think is safe is actually so weak that it can't even withstand a single blow. Su-yin. Yang Qi was stunned. That won't do. This isn't something I can say. I came here today to ask you about the location. If you don't tell me, I can still find it myself. It'll just take some time. Su-yin. Right now, I'm racing against time with Sky's Eye. If you don't tell me, I'll directly kidnap him after I find out. It won't be as simple as a warning. Yang Qi's thoughts were also very conflicted. Today, tell me the location of the prison. I'll prove to you that your prison is weak. Su-yin. Believe me, I'm not trying to harm you. I just don't want the Hong Kong and Macau police to have more casualties. What do you want to do? Yang Qi looked at Su-yin puzzled. You'll know tomorrow, Su-yin said seriously. Yang Qi, I believe you. That's why I came to find you. Think about it carefully. Yang Qi was struggling in her heart. According to her principles, she absolutely couldn't let Su-yin take Changma away. However, she really should consider Sky's Eye's strength. If those 4 guys recovered 100% of their strength, then they would be able to kill any god or Buddha in Hong Kong and Macau. What should she do? There's not much time left, Su-yin. Yang Qi, help me this time, and also help the Hong Kong and Macau police. Finally, Yang Qi made up her mind. Okay, then I'll tell you. You have to prove to me how fragile our secret prison is. If you can really prove it, I'll stand on your side. I'll think of a way to persuade Director Liu to hand her over to you. Su-yin knew that Yang Qi couldn't convince Director Liu, but now wasn't the time to crush her confidence. I'll prove it to you. As long as you can convince Director Liu, I won't do anything against the law. Don't worry. The secret prison is here in the Yantian district. Yang Qi said as she took out a pen and paper and drew a simple map. Su-yin quickly understood the map and the location. Yang Qi continued. I can tell you that this special secret prison holds very important prisoners. There are no less than 100 prison guards inside. Whether it's day or night, there will be many people on duty. It's heavily guarded and definitely not easy to get close. With this, it's fine. Su-yin smiled. Some things aren't suitable for you to tell me too much. I'll take care of the rest. Yang Qi rubbed her temples a little helplessly. Things were really troublesome now. It was already late at night. Su-yin looked at the time. He should go back. If he went back late, Lin Gu and Lillian would definitely be worried. It's late, you should rest early. I'll go back first. You're leaving now? Yang Qi was startled. In fact, she wasn't sleepy at all. Where are you staying now? All the hotels are being checked. It won't be easy for you to find a place to stay, right? Otherwise, are you going to stay? I can't cause trouble for you. Su-yin. Don't worry, I have a place to stay. I won't sleep on the streets. Besides, for what I want to do, even if I have to sleep on the streets, I don't care. Yang Qi admired Su-yin from the bottom of her heart. Su-yin really wasn't afraid of anything. As long as he thought it was right, no one could stop him. No one could change his mind and opinion. Then you can go. I won't keep you. Yang Qi sighed. I hope you're fine. I also hope nothing happens to you. I'll prove to you tonight that my decision was right. Su-yin said this and turned to leave. Yang Qi was left standing at the door. For a moment, she was in a daze. She didn't know what she should or shouldn't do. Yang Qi was still conflicted. She didn't know if she was right or wrong. She told Su-yin the address of the secret prison. She was going to take the initiative to admit her mistake after everything was over. Su-yin's figure soon disappeared. Yang Qi couldn't see him no matter how hard she tried. She was curious about what Su-yin would do, how he would solve it, and how he would prove what he wanted to prove. She was looking forward to what would happen tomorrow morning. She didn't know why, but she had an inexplicable feeling. She hoped that Su-yin could do what he wanted to do. Even if this matter wronged the Hong Kong and Macau police, it didn't matter. Forget it, I'd better rest early. I'll know everything tomorrow. Su-yin returned to Lillian's house as quickly as possible. As expected, the two of them were already impatient from waiting. Lin Gu wanted to go out to look for her several times, but he was forced to stay by Lillian. After all, this black suitcase was not safe to take out. and Lin Ji's hand never let go of the suitcase from beginning to end. Su Yin came back. Lin Ge finally breathed a sigh of relief. As long as Su Yin gained something, they were not far from victory. Yang Qi told me the address, Su Yin said, and took out the map drawn by Yang Qi. The map was very detailed. It even marked several points where the prison guards were concentrated. Lin Ge took the simple map with a smile and said, I told you she would help you. Chapter 2355. Su Yin. I'll go check out the situation tonight. I promised Yang Qi that I would only warn the Hong Kong and Macau police to let them know how vulnerable their defense is. Then are you going alone? Isn't it very dangerous? Lillian said. How about I go with you? This way we can take care of each other. I can do it. If I have to go, I'll go. If you go, won't you be a hindrance? Lin Ge smiled. That kind of place may be nothing to us, but it's definitely a forbidden area for you. If you're found to be intentionally approaching, the guards have the right to shoot directly. You can't escape. When Lillian heard that it was so dangerous, she didn't dare to let Su Yin go easily. Then aren't you the same? They have guns. What do you have? Brother, Lillian is so worried about you. You don't have to go. Since we just need to give them a warning tonight, I can handle it myself. Lin Ge smiled. If we really want to save people, it's not too late for us to go together. Su Yin thought about it. It was indeed so. He just wanted to give the other party a show of strength. He didn't intend to do anything more. Moreover, Lin Ge was eager to try. He couldn't sit still anymore. If you go, don't use too much force. Don't kill people. If you cause trouble, then this matter will be unreasonable. Su Yin. Let them see what we're capable of. Let them know that the sky I can easily penetrate the defense of their special prison. Lin Ge stood at attention and said, Yes, I promise to complete the mission. Don't worry, I'll definitely teach them a lesson. With that said, Lin Ge dug into his pocket. There were only 2 coins left. It was late now, and there was probably no place to exchange coins. He took a coin and asked Lillian, Do you have this thing? Lend me some. Lillian went straight to the bedroom and took out the golden pig that stored the change. She opened the money outlet on the pig's stomach and poured a pile of coins on the table. Is this enough? It's enough. I don't need so much. If you bring it along, your pants will definitely be ripped off. Lin Ge found 2 sheets of A4 paper and rolled the coins into 3 groups of 30 each. This way, it would be easier to carry them around, and they would be counted. 90 coins was definitely enough for Lin Ge. Although there were over 100 guards in the secret prison, Lin Ge couldn't possibly put all of them down. He had to leave some people behind to operate. Otherwise, if something really happened, no one would be able to work. Take care of the perimeter guards and leave something for them in the prison, Su Yin said. Then retreat quickly. Don't get caught up in the battle. Do you understand? Don't worry, brother. I'm good at this. We just want to play with them. I'm just afraid that they can't afford it. Lin Ge put the rolled coins in his pocket and got up. I'll be back soon. You don't have to wait for me. Wash up and go to sleep first. After Lin Ge left, Su Yin and Lillian sat on the sofa. Neither of them wanted to sleep. Su Yin really couldn't sleep. There were so many things to deal with. Lillian couldn't sleep even more. She couldn't do anything about the trouble that Su Yin was facing. Lillian, who couldn't help at all, couldn't sit still. She really hoped that she could help Su Yin. If she could help Su Yin, she would do anything. Lillian, go rest early. I'll wait for him for a while. Su Yin, you don't have to worry too much about us. Adjust your state and find a normal 9-to-5 job. As for the orphanage, don't worry. I'll continue to fund it. Lillian couldn't repay him. She really couldn't repay him. The help that Su Yin gave her and the children in the orphanage was something that Lillian could never repay in her life. Therefore, Lillian wouldn't say thank you because it was meaningless to her. She just hoped that she could have a chance to repay Su Yin for everything that he had done. However, any trouble that Su Yin encountered was something that she could not solve at all. That was why she felt that she was particularly useless, and was particularly vexed. Su Yin, do you want me? Lillian suddenly said. All the men who stand in front of me and watch me dance want to take me to bed. What about you? Do you want me? This. If I say I don't want to, will you believe me? Su Yun, not to mention others, even Su Yun himself didn't believe it. Who didn't want to? If he didn't want to, he wasn't a man at all. He wanted to, but Su Yun knew that he couldn't do that. If you want, I'll give it to you now, Lillian said. I really can't think of anything to repay you. Only in this way can I feel at ease. If you really want to repay me, then don't do this. If you do, I can't feel at ease. Su Yun didn't know whether to laugh or cry. I'm a person with low self-control. You'd better not provoke me. Lillian smiled. She knew what Su Yun meant. Okay, I'm going to sleep. The sofa outside is enough for the two of you. You can wait for him. You've already helped me quit my job. I really have to find a new job as soon as possible tomorrow. Su Yun just smiled. Lillian changed her job and should have a new beginning. In fact, she should have her own life long ago, but she tied herself to the orphanage. That's why she was so tired. If she could have her own life, find a boyfriend, have her own world, get married, have children and take care of children. That's the new life she should have. Lin Gu arrived at the Salt Pan district. According to the map, he quickly found the location of the secret prison. In fact, this place was much closer to the mainland. They just needed to cross a road to reach Shengguang City. So if Su Yun wanted to take Chang Mo away, it would be too easy. As long as they get Chang Mo out of the prison, they can go straight to the mainland. Lin Gu really didn't understand what the other party was thinking. Wasn't this creating an advantageous situation for them? If they didn't seize this opportunity, then they would be too stupid. If Lin Gu was Director Liu, he would definitely lock Chang Mo in the southern region. At least this way, Chang Mo wouldn't be so close to the mainland. In fact, LV Huarong was more thorough than them. He did not believe that Su Yun would do anything overboard. The reason why he locked Chang Mo up so close to the mainland was to prevent Tianyan and the others from escaping by jumping off the plane. This was equivalent to giving Su Yun and the others a good start. Lin Gu carefully approached the secret prison. The surveillance in this place was very tight. When he was still 2 kilometers away from the prison, Lin Gu found hidden surveillance equipment. He needed to avoid all of these surveillance equipment to get close to the prison. These surveillance equipment rotated 360 degrees. So if he wanted to avoid all of them, he had to calculate the time difference. Otherwise, it would be easy to be exposed. Lin Gu couldn't destroy this thing. If he did, the people inside would immediately know that something had happened outside. It would be very troublesome to do it. If they directly came to snatch people, it would be much easier than this. It was just that this show of strength had to be done quietly, which was really difficult. After avoiding the surveillance equipment and getting close to the prison, there were 2 teams of 3 patrolling outside the prison. These 2 teams seemed to be constantly patrolling outside the prison. Now that it was already so late, they didn't seem to want to stop and rest. When can we change our working hours? A team complained as they walked past Lin Ji's hiding area. Working for 12 hours and resting for 12 hours is really too tiring. My schedule is very chaotic now. Okay, stop complaining. At least we have a shift every 10 days. Every month, we have 10 days of rest. Another person said, it's better than working without weekends. The third person sighed helplessly. Now that we all respect the labor law, there aren't many jobs without weekends. What kind of jobs have 8 days of rest every month? We only have 10 days. It's just 2 extra days. Okay, stop complaining. If the leaders hear you, they will scold you again. Patrol well. After today, you can rest again. Everyone knows that this place is not to be trifled with. Who dares to cause trouble? There's really no need to patrol at night. Sigh, I really don't know what the leaders are thinking. The few people complained as they walked away. Chapter 2356. This kind of work was indeed very tiring. That was to say, this person went to work at 6 o'clock in the evening, and had to patrol until 6 o'clock the next morning. It was already past 1 o'clock in the morning, and these guys had worked for 7 hours. Although this was just a round trip, And it didn't seem to be too much work intensity. It was a great test of people's patience. Without a certain level of patience, it was impossible for people to persist in their work for such a long time. From the conversation of these people, it could be heard that they had no patience. They had had enough of such a boring night. Now they were just dealing with work. They could rest until tomorrow morning to welcome their 10 days of rest. This was the time when people's attention was the most relaxed. After about 15 minutes, the second team had also patrolled this side, and these 3 people seemed to be lazier than the first 3. They didn't even bother to talk along the way, and just kept yawning. Linge took out 3 coins from his pocket. With a whoosh, the 3 coins flew out at the same time and hit the back of the 3 people's necks. The 3 people didn't even have the chance to say a word before they fell to the ground directly. LV Huarong almost didn't sleep all night because of Su Yun's matter. He finally fell asleep in the early morning. However, he was woken up by a phone call less than an hour after he fell asleep. It was only 6 o'clock now. If there wasn't something important and urgent, no one would call to disturb him. When LV Huarong finished listening to the phone call, his whole body stiffened. The moment he hung up the phone, he almost threw it out fiercely. How dare they? They were really too daring. They dared to sneak into the prison. LV Huarong was instantly awake. After washing his face, he didn't even have time to shave before he got up and left. He rushed to the secret prison in the Yantian district immediately. At this time, the person in charge of the prison and the leaders of the various departments of the police station arrived at the scene. In one night, 63 people in and out of the prison were sneak attacked, and all of them were unconscious on the spot. If it wasn't for the 6 o'clock shift that morning, the people in the prison who weren't sneak attacked wouldn't even know that such a big thing had happened. The person in charge who was on duty last night stood in front of LV Huarong, trembling in fear. He knew that he had seriously neglected his duty this time. This was because LV Huarong had clearly told him that he had to be more vigilant and careful these few days. He had already instructed all his subordinates, but in the end something still happened. What clues do you have? Although LV Huarong was full of anger, he still asked calmly on the surface. A coin was found next to everyone who was ambushed. The person on duty replied cautiously. Everyone felt a numbness at the back of their necks, and then they lost consciousness. This is really unbelievable. Someone brought all 63 coins to LV Huarong. LV Huarong looked at the coins in shock. He was too shocked. You can knock someone unconscious with a coin. Where is he? Where are the prisoners in the prison? Did anything go wrong? This was what LV Huarong was most concerned about. The most important thing was Chang Mo. No, none of the prisoners had any problems, and we didn't hear anything strange. Then, Director Liu, on the table in my office, I also found a note like this. The person on duty stuttered. LV Huarong took the note and looked at it. There were 6 arrogant words written on it. No man's land. LV Huarong could no longer suppress the anger in his heart. He threw the note directly at the person on duty's face. The person on duty quickly lowered his head in fear. He knew that he was in big trouble this time. What did you do last night? LV Huarong scolded angrily. Someone snuck into your office, and you didn't notice anything. What did you do when you were on duty? The person on duty didn't dare to say anything. He just let LV Huarong roar at him. He had a dinner party before he came to work last night, and he drank too many glasses of wine. Therefore, his mental state wasn't very good last night, and he fell asleep before 11 o'clock. According to those who were attacked, they were all attacked after 1 o'clock in the morning. They didn't have any memory of it, and only felt the numbness at the back of their neck. They didn't remember anything else. Moreover, everyone was woken up this morning. When they woke up, they didn't know that they had been lying on the ground for a few hours. Damn it! LV Huarong grabbed a handful of coins. It was just a coin, but it could make people sleep for a few hours. At this time, LV Huarong realized that 2 of the coins weren't Hong Kong dollars, but Chinese yuan. Hiss. LV Huarong took a deep breath. This was obviously done by Su Yin and his men. That's right, it must be them. Because they didn't hurt anyone, and there were Chinese yuan coins among the money. Su Yin wanted to show him who was the boss. He wanted to use this method to tell him that his prison meant nothing to them. That meant that it meant nothing to Heaven's eyes. If Heaven's eyes came, then these people wouldn't just be unconscious. If Heaven's eyes came to break the prison, then these people would probably be corpses. Just thinking about the result made LV Huarong break out in a cold sweat. If such a big accident happened, he might not be able to keep his position. These experts are really unfathomable. They are really too powerful. It's inconceivable. Director Liu, I think this matter must be a warning to us, so the other party didn't really hurt anyone. The head of the criminal investigation team came forward and said, "Do I need you to say that?" LV Huarong said, "What you have to do is to find the person according to the clues. See where the person who did this went. Don't tell me this kind of thing that can be understood at a glance. I'm not a fool. I know that this matter must be done by Su Yin." The people of the criminal investigation team quickly retreated. If they knew, they wouldn't have opened their mouths to be scolded. It was too difficult for them to find the person. The people of the criminal investigation team almost investigated the entire area in detail, and they couldn't find any clues left by the other party. Naturally, they didn't know where the other party went. "Director, I think this is quite unexpected. If Su Yin did it, how could they know the location of the prison in such a short time?" Someone raised doubts. "Even if they wanted to find this secret prison, I'm afraid it would take time." LV Huarong snorted. "I asked you to monitor Yang Qi's phone 24 hours a day. Didn't you find anything unusual? This is really nothing." After Su Yin left, he didn't contact Yang Qi. He didn't even contact Li Guang, so it's impossible for them to tell Su Yin the location of the prison. Moreover, Li Guang didn't know about this prison at all. LV Huarong didn't believe it. Could it be that this Su Yin was a god? Could he know whatever he wanted to know? What a joke. The impenetrable secret prison was actually found by Su Yin so easily, and it was even broken into by Su Yin so easily. A bunch of useless idiots. Write me a report. LV Huarong glared fiercely at the leaders of the secret prison, then turned and left. His mind was in a mess. Although he didn't want to admit it, he had to admit that Su Yin really taught him a good lesson. He knew what was troublesome. This was troublesome. And it was very, very troublesome. If they couldn't defend against Su Yin, they couldn't defend against the people from Heaven's Eye. If they couldn't defend against the people from Heaven's Eye, it meant that it wasn't safe for Changma to stay here. "Su Yin, you actually used such a method to warn me." LV Huarong walked out of the prison and got into the car, slamming the car door. "Director LV, what should we do next?" The person in charge of the criminal investigation team quickly chased after him. This was a problem that he couldn't solve with his ability. He had to ask clearly to avoid being scolded again. "What can we do? Do you think I can count on you guys to catch him?" LV Huarong was furious. He wanted to get in touch with Su Yin immediately. He wanted to see Su Yin. "Get someone to inform Li Guang and Yang Qi to wait for me in my office. Immediately." "Yes." Chapter 2357. When Li Guang and Yang Qi received the notice, they knew that something had happened. Li Guang didn't expect Su Yin to act so quickly. Yang Qi was surprised, but he also felt lucky for Su Yin. When the two of them arrived at LV Huarong's office and listened to LV Huarong's story, their faces were filled with disbelief. 63 coins had knocked out 63 prison guards in one night. This was too exaggerated. Director Liu, 63 people. Su Yin and the others only have 2 people. Do you think they can do it? Li Guang wanted to help Su Yin. If it wasn't them, who else could it be? Could it be Sky's Eye? If it was Sky's Eye, these 63 people would be dead by now. LV Huarong said. Sky's Eye's people wouldn't leave a provocative note. This was what Su Yin wanted to tell me. What was it about entering a realm where no one could stop me? He said our prison isn't good enough. It's not safe enough. Yang Qi asked tentatively. Director Liu, so many people didn't notice them? Did they do it so cleanly? Not a single person noticed them. The note was thrown directly into the office of the leader on duty. LV Huarong was angry. Do you have any way to contact Su Yin now? I have to arrest him immediately. I can't let them do whatever they want. Li Guang said. Director Liu, if so many people didn't even see their shadows, doesn't that mean we have a loophole? Yes. Yang Qi said. Director Liu, you also know that if it was Heaven's Eye that came yesterday, then it wouldn't have been just 63 people who were knocked unconscious. It might have been 63 lives or even more. And that Chang Mo might have already been rescued. Li Guang took a deep breath. If I were Sky's Eyes people, I would have let all the other criminals go after rescuing my companions. That would have caused chaos in Hong Kong and Macau. It would have distracted the police's attention and resources. It would have been easier for me to escape. Li Guang and Yang Qi looked at each other. If that's the case, I'm afraid things will really get out of hand. How could LV Huarong not know about these dangers? But for the sake of his reputation, he couldn't admit defeat, right? Admit that the entire Hong Kong and Macau police force is not as good as Su Yin? Then where would he put his face as the department head? Director Liu, to be honest, you should really think about it. Li Guang said. Su Yin's suggestion is something we should consider. Chang Ma staying in Hong Kong and Macau is indeed dangerous and troublesome. LV Huarong was silent for a moment and looked at Li Guang. But this is a matter in Hong Kong and Macau. I can't just push the responsibility to the mainland, right? Could it be that once a person reached the continent, they would be safe? Would there be no danger on the continent? Isn't it the same? Listen to me. I also think that this matter is beyond what Hong Kong and Macau can handle. Yang Qi said. If Su Yin takes them away, they will definitely have people like Su Yin to watch over them. That way, the level of safety will be much higher than Hong Kong and Macau. But this matter, isn't it a matter in Hong Kong and Macau? LV Huarong said. He couldn't accept this. After all, this matter had always been under the supervision of the Hong Kong and Macau police force. At the final stage, they had to hand it over to someone else to deal with it. Li Guang said. Everyone knows that this matter is something that the Hong Kong and Macau police force has been working hard on. Everyone knows about your contribution. I don't care about that. LV Huarong waved his hand. I just don't want to accept that this matter was not completed by the Hong Kong and Macau police force. That feeling of giving up halfway, I can't accept it. You didn't give up halfway. Instead, you passed the matter to Su Yin to deal with it better. Yang Qi said. I don't think this is giving up halfway. It's a wise move. I believe everyone will think so. Li Guang also nodded, expressing his support for Yang Qi's opinion. However, there was still a knot in LV Huarong's heart that could not be untied. So, I was humiliated by Su Yin? His show of strength really made me. He definitely didn't mean any harm. I know Su Yin, Yang Qi said. Yang Qi said he had no other choice. Although the 4 people from Skies I jumped out of the plane to survive, with the parachutes, they won't have any problems. They will definitely come back in a short time. So Su Yin really didn't have time. That's why he came up with this plan. LV Huarong was startled. He looked up at Yang Qi and said, Yang Qi, let me ask you a question. Answer me truthfully. Yang Qi was startled, then nodded. Please ask. Did you tell Su Yin the address of the secret prison in Yantian district? LV Huarong said, I know. Li Guang doesn't know the location of the prison at all, and among Su Yin's acquaintances, you are the only one who knows the location of the prison. Yang Qi was silent for a while, and finally decided to admit it. She nodded. Yes, I told him. Originally, even if you didn't ask, I would have admitted it myself after the matter was over. This is my mistake, and I will accept any punishment from the organization. Don't blame everything on yourself. This was actually my idea. I was the one who told Su Yin that Yang Qi knew the location of the prison. I was also the one who told Su Yin Yang Qi's address. Otherwise, Su Yin wouldn't have been able to find her. Li Guang also sold himself out. I will take all the punishment. LV Huarong shook his head helplessly. You guys really would rather believe him more than believe me. We didn't mean that. Li Guang said, we really thought about Hong Kong and Macau. Yang Qi said nothing. No matter what the punishment was, she was willing to take all the punishment. Sigh, what you guys did made me feel that I was too dictatorial. LV Huarong said. I will now hold a meeting to listen to everyone's opinions. Of course, the two of you should first tell me your thoughts, and I will see what everyone thinks about this matter. LV Huarong had already realized that he was too confident. The Hong Kong and Macau police were indeed limited in their strength. The enemy's sky eye was probably not a problem that their ordinary department could solve. The secretary quickly arranged a meeting room, and the leaders of the various departments were also informed to attend the meeting. LV Huarong rationally analyzed his current situation. Then he asked Yang Qi and Li Guang to present their respective viewpoints on the table, so that everyone could analyze it. At least 3/4 of the people thought that Yang Qi and Li Guang's words made sense. They felt that such a dangerous person should not be kept in Hong Kong and Macau. Of course, there were a small number of stubborn people who thought that this matter should be solved by the Hong Kong and Macau police themselves. The whole discussion ended quickly. 70% to 80% of the people supported Su Yin to take Chang Mo away. Only 20% of the people thought that Chang Mo should be kept. At most, they would increase the number of police officers guarding Chang Mo, or let him be locked up more secretly. In short, everyone had their own reasons. Neither side could convince the other side wholeheartedly. In the end, the decision fell on LV Huarong. LV Huarong had an answer in his heart. Yang Qi, help me make an appointment with Su Yin. I want to see him. But Yang Qi was in a difficult position. She did not know if Su Yin would agree. LV Huarong said, I just want him to give me a final reason to convince me. Okay, Yang Qi said. I will try my best to do this. No need to make an appointment. I will take you to see him directly, Li Guang said. He could see LV Huarong's current state of mind. LV Huarong already wanted to compromise, but there was no reason for him to do so. LV Huarong nodded. Okay, then take me to see him now. That's not very good. Will it be dangerous for you to go alone? Someone put forward a different opinion. If it was dangerous, I wouldn't have survived the first time he kidnapped me. LV Huarong was still very open-minded. He quickly left with Li Guang and Yang Qi. Li Guang did not give Su Yin any notice in advance, so Su Yin still did not know anything. Lillian made a very rich breakfast before waking him and Lin Gu up. The two of them must be uncomfortable sleeping on the sofa, and they went to bed very late at night. So when she woke up, she tried not to disturb them. Chapter 2358. When breakfast was ready, Lillian woke up Su Yin and Lin Gu. The two of them stretched and were immediately attracted by the fragrance. Lin Gu was so active last night that he was already hungry. He rushed directly to the kitchen when he smelled the fragrance. He didn't even wash his face. Go wash up first. You can't just eat like this, right? Lillian said. Look at your messy hair. You look like a little lunatic. Go wash up quickly. It'll be ugly if someone sees you. What kind of people would come here? Lin Gu yawned. Let me have a bite. I'll go wash up after a bite. Sister, I'm so hungry that my chest is sticking to my back. I was so hungry last night that I couldn't sleep. Then why didn't you get anything to eat when you came back yesterday? Lillian said. I think you're still not hungry enough. You're just too lazy to move. Otherwise, you wouldn't be so hungry. Lin Gu felt wronged. This is your house. How can I go into the fridge? If I wasn't so reserved, I wouldn't be so hungry. You can really find excuses for yourself. Hurry up and go wash up. Su Yin. Why are you so useless? You can't even hold it in for a while. Sometimes this person's words were true. Lillian said in case someone comes, and it really happened. When the doorbell rang, the three of them were stunned. Only Li Guang could come to their house at this time, right? But when they opened the door, it wasn't so. 3 people came directly. What Su Yin and Lin Gu didn't expect was that Li Guang and Yang Qi actually brought LV Huarong. For a while, the atmosphere was a little awkward. Lillian also noticed that something was wrong. She put down the bowl and chopsticks in her hand and fell silent. LV Huarong knew that the awkwardness was brought about by him. In order to break the awkwardness, he deliberately made himself look more amiable. He looked at the rich breakfast with a smile and said, What you did last night made me wake up early in the morning to go to work. I haven't eaten yet, so I'm a little hungry too. Can you treat me to breakfast as well? Of course not. Lillian didn't even wait for Su Yin and Lin Ge to speak, and directly helped them to refuse. This guy was someone who made things difficult for Su Yin, so she wouldn't invite him to eat. No matter how big of a leader he was, it was impossible. LV Huarong was stunned. This was a rejection that he hadn't heard in a long time. To be honest, this kind of rejection made him very embarrassed. After all, he was the dignified chief of the police department. It was not right for him to not give face. Miss, which unit are you from? Do you know that these two people are being arrested by the police? If you leave them here, you will be implicated. LV Huarong said. Lillian snorted. Sorry, I just fired my boss yesterday, so I'm unemployed now. If you want to use your power to teach me a lesson, I'm afraid you've found the wrong person. Besides, I'm an orphan. I don't have any relatives who can be threatened by you. I don't mean to threaten you. LV Huarong said. It's just a joke. Don't misunderstand, so it won't be awkward. Lin Ge was hungry and wanted to eat quickly. This LV Huarong came and delayed him. If you have something to say, just say it. Don't delay my breakfast. You want to find the person who caused you trouble last night, right? I'm that person. Don't harass my brother. If there's anything, I'll go back and talk to you. LV Huarong was startled. You? I deliberately left those coins. If you don't believe me, you can check the fingerprints and see if they are all mine. Lin Ge said. Do you think my brother needs to come forward for such a small matter? If my brother came forward, he would have already taken you out of prison. LV Huarong took a deep breath. Just one person, and he did such a big thing. If Su Yin and Lin Ge were to join in, wouldn't they? Director Lu came here to have a good talk with you. You two must not misunderstand. Yang Qi quickly broke the awkwardness. The atmosphere just now was not very good. Li Guang also nodded at Su Yin, meaning to tell Su Yin that LV Huarong already understood. I know what Director Lu wants. It's just an answer that will let you make a decision, right? Su Yin smiled. Pigeon, let Director Lu have a look. Lin Ge took out the 63 strands of hair he cut yesterday and put them on the table. This is the hair of the 63 people from yesterday. If you don't believe me, you can use it to do a test. Lin Ge said. I just cut off a bunch of their hair. If people from heavens I came, I'm afraid they would have cut off their heads. This was indeed shocking, and LV Huarong was completely speechless. After a moment of silence, LV Huarong opened his mouth and said, Su Yin, I believe that you can withstand the heaven's eye. You can ask me for that person at any time, and I'll bring you to the prison. You can take that person away and bring him to the continent. Ebola also hopes that you can deliver him safely. When LV Huarong said this, Su Yin could not believe his ears. No wonder Li Guang and Yang Qi dared to bring him here. It turned out that LV Huarong's awareness was so high. Boss, I heard you say that you're hungry? Come. Let's go eat something. Lin Ji's attitude changed immediately. It would have been better if he had done this earlier. It would have saved him so much trouble. LV Huarong said embarrassedly. I was too confident before. I thought that my prison was impregnable and could withstand any situation. It was you who showed me what it means to say that there is always someone better than you. Su Yin thought that if there was an impregnable prison in the world, it would be that place. He believed that he could break into any other prison. Come and eat something. You guys haven't eaten yet, right? What do you want to eat? I'll make some for you. Lillian's mood improved. Since this person was not here to capture Su Yin, he was a friend. LV Huarong did not stand on ceremony. If he did, it would make him seem like an outsider. The meal was delicious. It's really delicious. Very good. How should I address you? I'm Lillian. Lillian smiled. As long as the boss likes it. Miss Lillian, do you really not have a job? LV Huarong said. If you really don't have a job, would you be willing to work in the police's kitchen? The pay is not high, but it's not bad. If the police had a chef as good as you, everyone would be motivated and work even harder. Lillian was stunned. Boss, you're not joking, right? If you say that, I'll really take it seriously. Of course I'm not joking. LV Huarong said. What I said is true. With your skills, you can definitely be a chef. The salary will definitely not be low. Moreover, if you work hard, you will get a bonus as long as everyone likes to eat your dishes. Of course, Lillian would not refuse such a good thing. I'm willing. I'm definitely willing. Director Lu, thank you. Su Yin smiled. Thank you for helping her. It's not easy for Lillian. She's an orphan. Until now, she has been silently working for the Nine Dragons City orphanage that raised her. I'm really grateful that you're willing to give her such a job. When LV Huarong heard Lillian's identity, he understood even more. If I say that I'm also an orphan, would you believe me? Everyone present was stunned. They looked at Director Lu in disbelief. Director Lu smiled. What I said is the truth. Today's matter is decided. If Miss Lillian has time in the afternoon, go to the police station and report. I'll call them and let them arrange it. Lillian did not know what to say. She could only make a few more dishes for everyone to share. This was probably the most lively and happy breakfast Lillian had ever eaten in all the years since she left the orphanage. Although the house was a little small, the table was a little small, and there were so many people, no one felt crowded. Lin Gu and Yang Qi were also very happy to eat while standing. The matter was finally resolved. Su Yun's heart could finally relax. However, there was no time to lose. He decided to take Chang Emo and leave Hong Kong and Macau today. Once the matter was completed, it meant that they had to part ways. Although everyone was a little reluctant, they could understand. No one would show their sadness on their faces. Instead, they encouraged each other. You're tuning in to the Earbook Haven YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.